Hey, how you doing, man? Hey, Hugo, how you doing, man? Just waiting for a few people to come in. We're going to talk about what Ethereum has been doing today, man. It's been quiet. I'll zoom into the chart in a short moment. Just going to wait for a few guys to come in. Yo, Alex, what's going on? Minimans, what's going on? How you doing? We'll wait for a few of the guys to come in, and then we'll start getting involved in exactly what's been going on with Ethereum because today has been just so wild. You know, a lot of guys have been getting squashed out with their entries, but it was nothing that we weren't expecting. That's the thing. Today we're talking about. I'll get into it in a short moment, man. Yo, Ali, what's going on? Azum, what's happening, man? Yo, so I just want to apologize to everyone what happened earlier on. They're fixing up the internet in our area, or something's happening, and it's cutting me out every 5 seconds, man. So I just pinned your comment for some reason. There we go. So there's the link to the Discord. Davy, what's happening, man? Good to have you here, man. Yeah, I'm just waiting for a few more people to come in. I'm waiting for my moderator to step in as well. Got a couple of other guys. Once they come in, then everything's going to be all good and we can start running the story. Yeah, I'm going to get straight, Davy, I'm going to get straight into it in a short moment. Just give the live a few sounds, shared it across a few platforms. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to step in and then we're just going to get straight to it, man. So get yourself coffee, tea, whatever you need to do. And let's get this story started. No, anytime, Davy, man, anytime. Right, let me just get things interesting for you. Let me zoom in, make life easier for people so we can talk about what's going on. What's going on, Diamond? You have you just seen the charts, bro? Oh my god. You know what? This is why I said earlier on today that the M3 area that would need to be taken out before we consider any longs. And you can see what market makers were doing, man. They were trying to pump and they kept hitting price to the upside and it just wasn't touching that M3. But you know, guys were like, should we enter now? Should we go long now? And I was like, even though that green candle there was a sign to say, you know what, yeah, we are showing support at the 50-day. It's a classic move by the market makers, you know. My conviction was that we needed to hit the M3 for it to move, because if I was looking at price and saying to myself, okay, we need to hit the M3 before we go long, and it's not hitting the M3, right? And then I say, you know what, I'm going to go short. Well, what if I decided to go short and it didn't go according to plan because it didn't hit the M3? You know, I'll be taking a gamble then, you know. So I stuck to my conviction and I said to myself, until price hits the M3, I'm not going to open a position. And look how much money you've saved yourself by sticking to that conviction, because you maybe would have said, you know what, I'm going to go short. Yeah, maybe in this instance I would have been right on the short, but let's do that over a, you know, over a sample size of 50 trades, you know. Can everyone hear me now? Yeah, Hugo, can you hear me? Wicked, wicked. Okay, wicked. Yeah, Diamond man, you're a mod. You're the guy that's gonna, you know, make sure no one keeps repeating and asking the same question, bro. Who was it? It was Carlos. I hope he comes in tonight. I hope Carlos steps in. Grinding away, bro, staring at charts all day. That's that's honestly how I've done it. You know, I come across the this stuff with the candlesticks and the green candlesticks and what have you. You know, the software, you can actually find it on the internet. It's free of charge. It's just search for PVSRA. You can say, you know, is is Ethereum going to go to the upside? You know, shall I hold? Shall I hold? You know, fucking hold you know, hold it, bro. Stop. Oh man, it was funny though. But yeah, it's the system itself. It's PVSRA, and all there's no special indicator with it. All it does, it just draws out key levels for you. Now, when I say key levels, it shows you where the whole numbers are, half numbers, quarter numbers, all right, and the 50-day moving average, which is the big blue line, all right. The white line is the 200-day. You know what, bro? It's for me. It's been. This hasn't been stuff that you just simply read. You know, it's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of, because I'm doing a video this evening and talking about the FX pairs and talking about why prices behaved in a certain way in certain areas. And the key thing you got to understand is they, you know, human behavior doesn't change. All right, it always repeats itself, but we don't know when. That's the thing. You won't know when human behavior repeats itself. We just know it repeats itself. You know, Shorty, what's going on? What do you think the support should be? Start pumping again. I think we won't pump again unless Bitcoin starts rising again. You you know what? There's this thing that, yes, Ethereum and Bitcoin, they're both linked as such, okay? But you've got to understand, Bitcoin is the fashionable coin to have, you know? If you were to put 10 guys in a row who only just found out about cryptocurrency, it's a good chance 9 out of 10 of them will be looking to buy Bitcoin before Ethereum. They'll be like, well, what's Ethereum? You'll explain to them that Ethereum is the blockchain. It's the basis of where all cryptocurrency is, you know, structured. They'll be like, yeah, I don't know too much. I'm not really interested in that. I want to get Bitcoin. You understand? So it's where all the money goes into Bitcoin. Ethereum's going to follow. But what I believe is going to happen is Ethereum's going to have its own personality in the way it rises and falls. You know, I believe that because now cryptocurrency is going to be You ain't got to do that, man. Yeah, I didn't listen to you. I brought hit. See, this is it. Sure, you know what? You learn from it. You know, this is what it is. When you make a conviction, as I said earlier on, right? Unless the M3 is hit, which is this area here, as you can see, unless the M3 area is hit, I ain't going to be opening no positions to go long on Ethereum, because look at, there's a confluence of things that needed to happen for me to convict that on the break of the M3, okay, price would continue to go to the upside. All right. So for example, we had this W formation. All right. It failed. You know, we can't be right all the time, guys. We're dealing with the concept of uncertainty. We can't be right all the time. If we're right, we get paid and we're good, you know? But look at what was happening here. Price effectively was stuck in this range. It pumped up, okay, and then it's pulled back, tested the 50-day here, the M2 as well, came back, and it showed massive behavior here. Now, I've seen this pattern so many times where a red candle's printed and a green candle's printed, price will go up. And it's exactly what it did, okay? But then look what happened. It snapped back, all right? So it made guys believe that Ethereum was going to go to the, go test the previous high. But it didn't do that, guys. It spiked up and it didn't hit the M3. I was paying attention to it, and we were talking about it in today's live stream. And guys were like, should we enter now? Should we enter now? Guys were trying to get in prematurely. And you'll find that in early stages of your of trading, you'll take these risks and then you'll kick yourself in the nut thinking, why did I do that? Why did I do that? This is what I mean. Make a conviction, stick with it. And if it doesn't play out, you've saved yourself a position. I wasn't going to enter unless the M3 was going to break out and retest to continue, because this is what we'd be looking for. So you understand the pattern as such, right? We're looking for this. So if price was to break the M3, would have broken out, we would want it to pull back, and then would have entered. Now my entry would have been here. I wouldn't have waited for it to take out there, because if it takes out this high here, it's going to probably pull back a little bit, and the pullback will be quite large, okay? But because I would enter here, my stop would be effectively here, and I'd be good, Now I stop from here down to here, it's a bigger stop. Do you understand? But I've entered here, okay? So, well, this is it. You see, see your opportunities. But shortly, listen, if you're minus 50, close your trade, all right? If you've been in your trade for more than 2 hours, close the trade. That's the rule of thumb. Because if you're entering effectively at the time where momentum, or guys are, the market is being pushed upwards, okay, you should see a profit within 2 hours. You should look at the time and say, right, I've been in this trade for an hour and I'm already up X amount. You're good for the trade, But if you're in a trade and it's been nearly an hour and a half and you still haven't seen a profit, and you're stuck between the positive, negative, minus, you're just jumping up and down, then scratch the trade, get rid, and look for another entry, because it's your risk management. It's managing the risk. And that's all this game is about, guys. You can take 150 trades in a row. If you've got the right risk management, you will be successful, but back to, what would you recommend to save this money now? What do you see? All right, looking at this chart right now, guys, right? I said earlier on today, for us to convict that Ethereum's going to go down, we'd need it to close below the 50-day. And it did just that. All right? It closed below the 50-day. So there was the first signal there. But it hadn't taken out the low of the day. All right? So we're like, okay, will it take it out? And it did just that. It shifted the zone, it took it out, all right? Pullback, continuation. It took out yesterday's low there, sorry. And then it's taken through the 200-day, all right? Now look at this, guys. It's blasted through the 200-day, all right? Now it's tested the range weekly low. Now the market now is closed, and we've got Sydney up here. So Australia, okay, has now opened, all right? So what I believe could happen here is we could see a test to the 800. It might spike out of it, all right? But looking at the range and the way it's dropped in price, all right, we could see a retrace back to the to the 50, all right? Because the 200 days is so close, we'll smash through that and we'll go to the 50. But what could happen is we could actually pull up here, hit the 200, go down, and when we do that, the 50-day will cross over the 200 and we would effectively be in a downtrend as such, and we'd probably be looking at where we last had a conversation, where the range was down here, okay? But it all depends. I mean, the behavior is just so fishy right now. It just stinks of market maker behavior. Hugo, you said earlier on when you entered, let's have a look. You said earlier on that you entered at 1355. Let's draw up Hugo's entry. 1355. Okay, Hugo, that's your entry, man. You entered short on a break of the 200 day. All right. That's a nice little entry. Okay. My advice to you, my friend, is you ask yourself this question. Did you have the profit in your account right now? Did you have the profit before you opened this trade? If you did, hold the trade. If you didn't, close it, take a profit. All right. It's been dropping. We're going to look to see a bit of a retracement. It's going to revert back to the mean. Okay. Remember, guys, when you place a trade, and you're in profit, don't think that that's the only time you are ever going to be placing a trade. Don't think that the market's going to stop because you've placed a trade and you've closed the profit, or you're reluctant to close a profit because, you don't want to miss out. That's FOMO right there, guys. Fear of missing out. There will always be another trade. There will always be a market, until you eliminate the concept of someone having an opinion of something. All right. You will always have the market. All right. So we're just going to pay attention to Ethereum. Guys, throw questions at me. I will close in. Had 2 lost trades today. Has this trade paid you back? That's the question. That's the question. Has this one trade? So if you've had 2 losing trades, and this, I believe, may be your 3rd trade, if I'm correct, right? Has it covered the loss of the 2 trades? Happy days, bro. 33% profit. There you go. You can go sleep well. You survived the day. Tomorrow's a new day. What do you think low is before retrace? What do you think low is before retrace? You've got to understand where will the low be formed, okay? Because if we zoom out, okay, we've hit 1, 2, and potentially looking at hitting 3rd at the 800 EMA. All right, we would have been hitting all 3 moving averages. So that is a complete reset. It brings us down to here, okay? But we are still from this position earlier on. So in the last few videos, we were talking about what price was going to do. I think it was the last 3 videos, Ethereum and Bitcoin. We talked about this range here, okay, and how it was going to break out from here. It was going to break out from the bottom, induce traders, and then move back up, okay? So we could see this area here. Who knows? But because of how extended we are from the high, all right, for them to keep the market alive, there has to be a retrace. Look at the impulses to the upside. They're a certain amount each time. They can't fuck the market. They can't destroy the liquidity pools just to make a quick profit. They need to be doing this every single day. So they have to create, areas where guys are going to want to step back in. Here we go. So we're going to see. I mean, right now it's saying that we're at the range weekly low, all right? And what you'll notice as well, guys, all right, in a short moment, going to eat now. Okay, yeah, we'll still be here, man. Zedov, what's going on, my friend? Don't use caps or you're going to be banned. Diamond man, you're gonna be that funny moderator that just gets rid of people for being positive. You'll see shortly, okay, that these levels are going to change. All right. So I'm going to mark off what today's M3 level was, which is this blue line here. And I'm going to mark here and put M3. All right. Now, the purpose of that is M3 might actually change. It might actually move down lower. All right. But for the nature of understanding with today's price action, okay, this is the M3 area here. So you might see this change in a few moments. We are going back up tonight. Casper, I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly. I think my point of control set a range of 12, 7, 6, 13. I just think we'll have to pull back soon. You know what? Everyone's asking this question right now with Ethereum. You know, will it pull back here? Will it pull back there? But that's the beauty of the market, guys. The speculation, the uncertainty of when will it pull back, you know? Because right now it's going on a dump, but we are still effectively in a progressive upward move. You know, this is consistent with profit taking and building more longs at lower prices in anticipation to close them up at a higher rate. You know, as I said last night, this week, Monday, is false move week beginning. All right. This is where the market gets set up for false moves. All right. If we just go off topic for a second and we look at, I think we dropped a lot. I really believe we are going to go. Okay. Sorry, Fib 618. The fib zones, man. You know what? If you watch the videos on my channel, you'll understand why the Fibonacci's, okay, they're designed to, they are there for the market makers to know exactly how to trap traders and lead traders to those points and set liquidity traps, you know. I mean, it's great how you can draw Fib from here to here, for example. All right, there are guys, millions of guys will do this. They'll wait to see, they'll try and catch the bottom, so they'll draw from here, they'll draw from here, they'll draw from here, they'll keep drawing, okay? And they'll wait till a point where it holds itself, okay? And then they will base their entries on the break of here, the break of here, target profit 50, target profit 61, all right? And as they pass through each level, they'll be moving their stops. And believe it or not, you'll get market makers which will see this action and then they'll just be like, okay, send price up, smack it down, send price up, take the liquidity, send price up, take the liquidity. All right. So it's making the traders believe that we are effectively getting ready to go to the downside when really all they're doing is setting the move up to go pump up to the top and then pull it back down to really mess traders around. So yeah, I mean, I've had my fair share with Fibonacci, and based off the concept that I've studied with this market maker method, you know, you'll come to understand that's retail traders methodologies, which is used as traps. You just short all crypto YouTubers who use Fib. No, it's fundamentally true. It's the principle is there. Okay, why is it price? You know, it always respects the 61.8. What? Because of the golden mean. You know, when you look at a fucking pineapple, it's cutting, you know, its shape is there, you know, it's part of the golden mean, symmetricals and everything like that. But what I'm trying to get at is the Fibonacci's, you know, there are guys that use them and they kill it, okay? But the market makers take advantage of the Fibonacci's because they can see where the liquidity pools are. They know there's people use them as target profit points, you know, because if everyone that uses, you know, if everyone used Fibonacci and everyone was profitable on it, the market makers couldn't make money off it. You know, they couldn't make money off the moves of it. So, and they are making money off it because not everyone is profitable with Fibonacci's, you know. Mistake buying. Look, David, ask yourself this question. What time did you buy? Okay. Ask yourself, what time did you buy? If you're going to tell me that it was a time, which is like, looking at this about, say, 12:30, 1 o'clock, yesterday, 1442. You brought yesterday 1442. My friend, you should have been out of that trade within the first 2 hours. All right, guys, use this. Okay. If your trade hasn't seen a profit within 2 hours, it means you're not in the right move. Because if you had have entered at least at the most at a decent entry, you would have caught some movement. All right. But this is it, Davi. The question is, Davi, are you trading Ethereum or actually holding Ethereum? Because if you're holding, if you're buying to hold, all right, these drops in price shouldn't matter to you. Because if you have an objective of actually holding Ethereum for the next year or so, don't worry about it. Use these dips as an opportunity to try and get in cheaper, you know? Share trading. I'll tell you what you should do, guys. If you're going to look at shares, I started off with shares ages ago, like good 15 years ago with shares. And I used the cancelling method by William J. O'Neill. Hands down, it's a flawless system, and it's the software that they provide you, the charting methods, it's the cup with handle principle. That is just unbelievable right there. But yeah, the platform, there's loads of platforms that you can use for shares. It's ultimately about the commissions and the frequency of how often you're going to trade. Because if you're going to be a day trader, some companies, they need you to have, I know E-Trade needs you to have 25K in an account, but I know you can have other companies that, you don't even need a minimum amount. So it all depends on what you're trying to achieve with it, really. Good. Okay. You think, will it go down more? Zidov, sorry, I didn't mean to ignore your question. Hold on. All right, let me just address some of these questions. David Diamond Fox, I said that fib is just math ratio, but we are not maths. Yet fib happens because everyone believes on it. This is it. Fibonacci methods happen because every textbook that you read about, learning how to trade will always talk about Fibonacci. Well, the market maker knows that we read these books, so it's going to play off its moves off those areas. It makes me laugh that so many guys out there on YouTube will talk about certain strategies that are designed for the market maker to take advantage of your positions. Market makers know that everyone's going to be trading, all right, when price hits an area 3 times. All right, so let's look at this. Look, the beauty of 3, okay? You got spike to the high, all right? Let's not count this one, right? Because it's an aggressive move, right? Look at where it's controlled. You got 1, 2, last attempt 3, okay? Now notice what happened here. They manipulated price at the 50-day right here, all right? They started getting busy. So guys who thought it was going to continue to the upside entered here, okay? They knew it was going to pull back, and then they re-entered here. Market makers made those guys believe we're going to retest it. They added more positions here, and then they sat right here. This here was the trap, all right? But as I said earlier on today, until the M3 was broken, this would confirm the test of the 50-day, all right? Because we have to look at things from a technical point of view, but more importantly, we have to look at the psychology of what a trader's thinking is going to happen. But more importantly, what is the market maker trying to make retail traders believe? That's the key thing, all right? It's what they try and make us believe, because when they make retail traders believe one thing, they do the opposite. For example, aggressive behavior coming in here, they're sending price up. The guys who entered here and here thinking, oh, right, we're going to break out, third touch, and then we get our positions good. And then what happens? They spike price up. Okay, it took out the candlesticks here, only played on the wicks. It took out these candlesticks over here as well, as such. All right, that was enough for the market makers to trap enough liquidity to shift the zone and move price down. Like I said, if you entered short here, for example, all right, within 15 minutes, you would have seen a profit. Then within 2 hours, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 hour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 hours there. So from here down to here, you would have seen a profit, 2 hours, happy days. If you're in a profit within the first 2 hours, hold the trade and milk it. But if you haven't seen a profit, get out and reevaluate. All right. So looking on based on that concept right there, you know, if we were to draw Fibonacci's, for example, you know, there are guys doing this, drawing from that point. They would have seen that as a 61.8 point, you know. They would have seen the 23 as support. They would have entered there, set their stops below, you know, or drawn it here, drawn it here. There are guys right now actively waiting for the fibs to be, for the bottom here to be formed, you know. It's crazy. Here we go. You know what? Thank you very much for the compliment, Diamond Fox. All right. You sound 20, 25. Fucking hell. I'm 35, man. I didn't have a paper round. I was delivering everything digitally. You know, I was ahead of times then. I didn't have, you know, I didn't have to ride a bike. I just emailed everyone their paper. Crypto, I'm not exactly lose my job. I'm trying to make some money investing. Azum. I'm at a loss of 1,200. Got in again at 13.63. In it for 1 to 2 months. Should I be worried? Hold on, you've lost £1,200. Got in again at 13.63. In it for 1 to 2 months. If you've just bought without leverage, then just hold, bro. In 1 month we'll be near 3k, bro. But if it is leverage and you will be in some trouble. Microsoft. I don't know what. Nah, it's not Microsoft Paint. This is a real-time chart, my friend. But yeah, it is misleading. This is just some free tool that I got, man, off the internet, because you can't really use a tool on it. Well, you can, but you know, I haven't just got the time to piss around with installing it. As an email, I was looking to the portion of my funds for a long to sit and wait. Is it sensible? Rob Matthews, yes, it is. You know, as a newbie, you know, if you want to put a portion of your funds into it for the long term, great. You know, just put a certain amount. So let's say, I don't know what your portfolio is or your portion or what you deem as to be risky or not, but say let's take 10% of the portion of your funds, okay, and put it into crypto. Now that'll be a fair move. And as it adds, you know, put it back in, you know, keep adding to the position. How long do you think it will go? Add them to the downside? Well, we're waiting for, look, we've got the, we have got now the 800 EMA sitting right here, okay? Now, we could see that, guys. There's nothing stopping Ethereum from seeing that area, all right? We're just going to see we're at the range weekly low. We're at the lowest range for the week. Now, we should see it get a bit busy here. You know what though, it is misleading. It does look like it does look like Microsoft Paint, man. I'll definitely hold back. Just new. I was thinking all in Ether. Would you agree? Look, I mean, I'm all for Ether. You know, I'm all for Ethereum because there's true value in Ethereum. You know, don't sell. Model positions, only buy and sell day trading amounts that you leverage on. True word there from Crypto Wealth. He's got a valid point here. You know, this allows you to work out, you know, what are you when you're trading. If you're buying into Ethereum right now, okay, and you're saying that you're going to be an investor, a holder of Ethereum, but you can see it's still going down, you're going to turn into a trader then, and then say, you know, I'm going to sell it. Because if you're trying to look for a point where it's the cheapest possible to get into Ethereum, you'll be fighting a very difficult battle. Okay, so, you know, if you're a holder, make sure you establish that from the start. You know, don't be a scalper turned investor in the same trade. You know, because if you enter as a scalper, you probably put 10, 15 lots down, for example. All right. But do you have the capital to sit through a 50 to 100 pip swing on 15 lots or 20 lot sizes? You know, work it out. You mean is the maximum I could go down? You know what, Zedov, there is no what's up, LLII. 12, look, we don't know what the maximum is. There is no such thing as saying, the maximum it can go is this, because that's saying like the maximum Ethereum could go is 3,000 and then that's it. There's no maximum level, there's no minimum level. It's all down to what your intention is as you trade. See, the purpose of this live is to help you guys get insight into understanding. I mean, I know nothing, all right? I'm just relaying my experience from understanding how price behaves at certain key areas. If it adds value to you and it makes you think, okay, that makes sense, then you've now got something to your repertoire of trading that you can take to move forward in, whether it's right or wrong. Ultimately, anyone on YouTube that says that this area is going to hit most definitely is full of shit. Okay. But we have to agree that uncertainty will be it's the overruling concept. It's always going to be there. So no, it's saying 1276 is the maximum it could go down. It could go down to zero. Let's be realistic. It isn't. But what I'm saying is embrace the uncertainty element to it. Don't look for guarantees, because when you start looking for guarantees in trading, that's when you're going to start pressurizing yourself to perform, and then that's when you're going to say, right, if it doesn't hit this, or if it does hit this, I'm going to get out. It gets to that area, you don't close it, you put yourself in a position where you're now on tilt, you're depleting your account, you're burning your account, your trading psyche's done, and then you quit trading, and then you say trading is shit. 700 Rexig, sir. Oh, you haven't got to call me sir, my friend. You haven't got to call me sir. Right now, you can see range weekly low. Looks like it's been supporting. Okay, we've got a support here. See, what I'm looking for is the 3 pushes down. And I've seen those candles. All right? Pay attention. Look at this. You've got vector candle, sort of a vector candle, okay? It works in 3 pushes, okay? That's consistent with market maker inducing behavior. It's setting the climax, okay? Now it's been tanking all the way down today, and they're probably thinking, right, we've probably managed to absorb enough people to go short on Ethereum, all right? We're going to wait and see if enough of them are going to stay in this area. Can we trap enough money in this area and use it to get our longs that we have been building on the way down, and use the money down here to close the trades and start getting a profit on our longs on the way up? All right. Remember, when price is dropping, it's not a seller's market. All right. It's a buyer's market. When price is rising, that's a seller's market, because the guys that are buying are being sold to. Okay, it's a little bit confusing and it's contrary to everything. It's counterintuitive, the way market makers trade. All right, because they want you to believe that when price is rising, it's because it's a bullish trend. Bullshit. In order for you to buy something, you have to be sold something. So who's in control? Do you recommend dollar cost averaging for a case when price fluctuates like now? Okay, dollar cost averaging. Look, again, back to what your intention is as an Ethereum trader. Are you trading for the short term? Are you looking to make a profit in the next 10 minutes, 20 minutes, day or two? Or are you actually buying and holding Ethereum, looking to hold it for the next month, 3 months, 6 months to a year? Okay. Hold Ethereum throughout fluctuation or quick trades. What's your opinion? What's your objective, bro? Carlos, Diamond Fox, our man Carlos is in. I don't need my investment that I made on Ethereum. It can go to zero. Happy days. Hold Ether throughout fluctuate. Hold Ethereum through fluctuations or quick trades. Guys, you're investing in a technology. You're investing in an idea that is flourishing. All right. To trade Ethereum, you know, look at the swings of price. Look at how it goes up and down. If you want to trade and you want to have a more reasonable, you know, trading instrument, go to Forex, okay, and pull up dollar yen. You know, it's only got an average daily range of about 55, 60 pips, you know, but look at Ethereum, man. It can just drop from one end to another. I mean, look at this. Wow, that's dropping. That's just normal, you know? So holding Ethereum, I mean, look, it depends. If your goal is for it to moon out, okay, happy days. You know, you've done good. But back again, what is your goal? Are you a trader? Do you want to trade it and make money in 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes? You know, if you are, then half the amount of money that you would commit to trading, all right, and work from there. If you're planning on holding it, start off by buying 25% of your initial amount, then add another 25% and scale into the trade, you know? Hey, Carlos means well. That is hilarious. Have we got any new guys in here? Where's everybody from? Who we got in this chat, by the way? Thank you for passing through anyway, guys, man. Thank you for passing through. Who we got? Got a couple of new guys. Adam, we got 700. Manu. We've got Crypto Wealth, Rob Matthews, Christian. Yeah, whereabouts are you guys from? Here we go. Hampshire. Shorty, what's up? Yeah, Hampshire, wicked. Okay, USA, wicked. California, Hungary, sunny Florida, man. What's up? Okay, so basically, I can afford to sit on it, may as well. Slovenia, Toronto, Argentina, Norway. Yo, Silly Bunny should be in here, man. I'm quite surprised he's not in here yet, but he did say he was gonna come in. So Silly Bunny will be here soon. Look, Rob. Okay, so if you can afford to sit, that's the purpose of someone who's holding. You know, you're gonna experience these drawdowns. You know, welcome to swing trading, bro. You know, and holding. You know, look at Warren Buffett, sorry. You know, when he holds, he holds, and he'll sit through recession. You know, it's part and parcel of the game. You know, this is the nature of the beast. Denmark in the house. Aiden, what's up, man? We need Silly Billy, man. Silly Bunny. No, I keep calling him Silly Billy. Silly Bunny wrote because of his awful trade. Ron Matthews, if you're going to sit on it for a year, we can release 5k, bro. So yeah, just sit on it. There you go. Crypto Wealth, spitting the knowledge. Guys, look at what price is doing right now. Okay. Let's revert back to price for a minute. So it's tested the range weekly low. Okay. Now, if we look to the left here, you can see where it started getting busy. It started to move up. So contracts were coming into play. So would this reflect here as well? Who knows? But we've got the 800 EMA, which looks like it's acting as support. All right. And remember, guys, a fast move is a false move. All right. This has happened quick. You know, it has to happen. The true trend happens over a longer period of time. All right. This is a fast drop. You know. So we could see, I mean, if I pull up here, let's have a look at my TDI. I mean, look at the TDI. We're outside the volatility band big time. We effectively, on the principle of the RSI, we are at oversold conditions. Okay, so we would need the RSI to turn back and cross the signal line and test the market baseline, which is an hourly chart. Okay, it's based off the hourly RSI. So the hourly RSI is in this region here. Okay, so we'll see how it plays out. Looks like now this candle there should be a green candle appearing in this area. It depends if the market makers want to lock in liquidity in this area. Carlos, and what's going on here? Carlos, you and him didn't stop saying the same. So we may see a reversal soon, not guaranteed, but likely. Should I buy now? Want to get the best price and just hold it? Uh-oh, stinky. Right, listen. You're never going to find the right price. Okay? It will never happen. You know, it's just what you need to do is, I mean, now you could say that it would be a good opportunity to enter because it looks like it's respecting the range weekly low. But what could happen is it could continue back to the downside, you know, but then it could then continue back up. As a holder, you're not gonna, you're never gonna know the right point to buy. That's just as good as saying, you want to get in touch with the creator of Ethereum and say to him, look, when are you planning on listing this? And he tells you and you say, okay, I'll buy now. You know, you're never going to get that luxury. You know, this is for, as Crypto Wealth says it, buy and hold it for the next month, 2, 3. Happy days. All I want, think smart, move smart. There you go. What's going on here, Diamond Fox? Stop being so... Okay, all right. There you go. We're on the same page, Crypto Wealth, man. We're on the same page. I'm here to learn. Great concept for someone just getting into trading. Where did you learn all this and how long did it take you to be confident? Do you know what, man? That is such a good question, okay? Because everyone always asks, how long does it take for you to be profitable? How long does it take? No one actually asks you confidence. That is such an important thing, confidence. Because 90% of the comments that come into the live stream are, should I buy or should I hold? It's lacking confidence. That's not because, you lack confidence in yourself. It's because you may not know or understand the idea of trading, which means, go out there and learn. There was one or two things I could have done when I started my journey. I went to South Kensington in London, and I travelled from Nottingham in the morning, and I went all the way to South Kensington for 8 o'clock in the morning, right? There was going to be a seminar there, and it was just groups of guys who were selling courses, and I was so hooked. I was ready to go and sit this seminar. And when I went to this seminar, this guy, he put up his course, and his course cost about 6 grand. And before he started, he said, look, guys, what I'm about to say to you is counterintuitive to why I'm standing here. He says, if you want to learn how to trade, you can do one or two things. You can pay me 6 grand and I'll give you a shortcut. Okay? Or you can go out and read. Read. And he said, that's exactly what I did. You can pay me 6 grand and I can just give you a shortcut. But let's be honest, that's not going to be really fulfilling, is it? I'm only going to show you how to execute trades at certain points, and that's the thing. It's all about, how much exposure will you give yourself in trading? Like I said earlier on, it's not about making money in trading. When you first come into trading, stop even thinking about making money and start focusing on not perfecting, but at least, mastering an entry. Because before you can make any money, you need to master the entry, because it's the entry that makes you the money. So a takeaway for you, if there's one thing you need to know from tonight, is this. If you're starting to trade, all right, get this rule in your head. If you don't see a profit within the first 2 hours, now it's all subject to your, goal as a trader. If you're buying to hold, forget 2 hours, but if you're looking to day trade, your goal as a trader is when you place your first entry, if it hasn't seen a profit within the first 2 hours, scrap it. Get rid of it. All right? Even if it hasn't hit your stop loss, get rid of the trade, start again. Remember, there will always be another opportunity. And that's one thing that people are scared of. They think when they place their trade, they'll never find an opportunity like this again. And that's exactly how I was. Just do what I thought. Me and crypto. You learn from mistakes. Everybody has to. This is it. Dusty Dodge. You know exactly that. You have to learn. You have to learn from your mistakes. And you have to put yourself in a position to make mistakes. Guys come into this game thinking they they can't afford to make mistakes. You know. Aiden, maybe more important, people need to know what they invest in by, not just to go with the hype train. Yeah, this is relative to crypto, you know. When you're buying into foreign, FX, it's the currencies, it's the world's economies. There's only so much you can know about them, you know. Aiden, you need to invest your mind into it, not just your money. Then you get the confidence. Exactly. Daniel stepped in the room. How low do we think we're going to go today? Okay, how low can we go? Well, look, we've hit the range weekly low. Look at what's going on now, guys. Pay attention to the screen. Look at the spreads. All right? This is market maker hour. All right? This is market maker hour. This is where they start smacking the orders and taking the spreads. If you can all just pay attention to that, and you'll notice the spread widening. They're effectively swaddling. All right? They're just hitting the orders. The guys who have gone short, taking out the stop losses, excuse me, and they're just moving price slowly, progressively back to the 50-day. I mean, you could trade this move on a light position, okay? Trade entry now and trade it to the 50-day. But if you notice, we're in market maker period, so the swings, the movement is very aggressive. I'd wait until the Hong Kong session if you're going to make a quick trade. I started off with trading on Revolut. The high fishes in a good head start, yeah. Carlos Nixon, Marathon just bought 150 million worth of Bitcoin. Yeah, and do you think they would have brought that at a low price, at a high price? Yeah, we're coming back up, guys. These market makers and these institutions that are coming into the crypto world, they are not buying at all-time highs. They let the retail traders do that. All right? Do we think inhumane pie? Do we think this is the final dip? There will never be a final dip, man. It's all part and parcel of the move. This dip here, I mean, it's a fast move, false move. Remember that. The fastest move is the false move. They're setting up the move to the upside. Hey, everyone. I went in at the golden hue. I went in at 1360, was waiting for 1270 to buy more, but it came back up. Okay, that's good. Guys, there's no right or wrong entry, Keeping an eye on the way price is right now, guys. We look like we're respecting these levels. So it looks like the 800 could be forming first element support. I'm going to start drawing my pattern formation. We've got the first leg. Is this the first leg of the W? Okay, so we ideally want to be seeing this. We want to see this move happen. And then we're looking for retrace, continuation, potential entry point could be here. You could take an entry there, or you could take an entry here. It's up to you. Crypto wealth. I've lost 20k trying to learn from my mistakes. Real loss does hurt. Crypto wealth. I got one of my best habits at trading was my worst habit, and that was losing. I got good at losing, man. I got very good at losing. That's not something you admit to, and not many people would admit that. Not in the trading scene. They'll tell you they lost, but I got good at losing. And it was only when I stopped trying to make money. When you start making money, that's how it works. It helped a lot when trying to learn trading. Just bit the bullet and bought some Ethereum, half of my long budget. Look, Rob, go in slow. There's no urgency. This is what trading does to some people. The fear of missing out. It's with everything. People just don't want to miss out. You're not gonna miss nothing, you know? Look at it from a institution's point of view. Do you think he's got 100 at Marathon? Do you think Marathon can put $150 million into Bitcoin in a split second? It will probably take him about 3-4 days to put that sort of money in, you know? Zane, need a bigger dip. Hands up. Okay. Radish, boring, boring. Nice to see you, man. Have my liquidation price on 12.25. Think it's safe to go to sleep. Go to sleep, man. Oh, guys, listen to what crypto's saying, man. Listen to what crypto wealth is saying. You know, if you're hesitant to go to sleep, ask yourself the question, should I be doing this trade or not? Put a lot of money into it. Look, Crypto Wealth said it there. The only book that you can read is the book that you write on the experience you encounter when you lose or when you make a decision that you get feedback from, whether it's good or not. Okay? There are no market maker books out there. You know, there's no book to say, you know, there is a few books that talk about the market makers, but they don't go into details about understanding levels. Here's one thing you can look into: the pricing phenomena. Okay? So if you go to a Forex chart, right, you'll see key levels with Forex. They've got whole levels, half levels. I mean, it's the same with crypto. You know, you got the 1500 mark, 1400, 1300, and so forth, right? These are key areas. Now, what market makers like to do is this is where it gets confusing, right? They like to build their longs below these key levels. Because remember, when they're building the longs below a certain price, it's anticipation to close them at a higher rate, okay? And then when they're building their shorts, they build it above key areas. So they build above these price phenomena, right? With intentions to close them at a lower point. So here's an example. Let's get the 1400 mark here, okay? You can see it in plain sight. This blue line across here, I'm going to change the color of it just for demonstration purposes right now, so to get this point across to Adam. They're building their shorts above this whole number here because people buy at psychological points. At any time when the news declares anything about a cryptocurrency or a pair or any bond instrument, you name it, they always discuss the whole price. They always say, look, dollar yen's hitting the 110 mark, or you know, euro USD is hitting, you know, the 1.3, or you know, it's always the whole number. They never say, oh, it's hitting the, you know, the 1.3547, you know, that's bullshit numbers. It's all psychological numbers, you know. Were you trading? So let me just respond to Adam's question. So with the pricing here, okay, you see they get busy above the area, okay? And then before you know it, they move and shift the zone away from that area. So they absorb the liquidity above this whole number because they know guys are placing orders in this area here, all right? And then they push price down and smack it all the way. Now we are where we are. We're now waiting. This is the pattern that we're waiting for. It might actually come through. You don't know. We just need to wait because now price is reset. Okay, Island Highway, Dark Killer. Have you brought Ethereum? If so, how much? I don't know who that question's for. I'm not meant to be a trader. Why are you not meant to be a trader? I'm not made to be a trader. No one's made to be a trader, my friend. They become it, you know? People become traders. You're not born and, you know, at the moment of your birth, before your birth certificate is completed, they say, right, this guy's going to be a trader. Nah, man, you become You know, it's a process. You learn and you develop into becoming a trader. At minimum, are you trading a set profit? At minimum, set trading, take profit. No one can lose if you are making some profit. Traders reality. Sorry if I missed it, bro. But were you a pro trader? Just wondering where you got your knowledge from, how MMs trade. What do you determine as a pro trader? No, I mean, I've been to various prop firms, you know, and I just got sick and tired of just having to hit a fucking target all the time. Um, I wouldn't say, you know, it's just understand. I mean, I'm that guy that, you know, the concept of 10,000 hours, okay? Well, for me, it was 30,000 hours. You know, I would literally sit and watch price every day. And then I would come across concepts across the internet, especially this trader, you know, free PVSRA by Trader at Home. You know, he has an affiliation with a market maker. Is he a market maker? He's very, you know, he's very quiet about who he is. Okay. You know, go and find his stuff. This template is free on the internet. Anything that I'm talking about, guys, okay, and that I'm talking about giving away here, there's no cost to it. I didn't pay for it. You know, I've taken the system that I'm using now, PVSRA, and I've come across Steve Mauer's beat the market maker method, okay? And I'm marrying the two together with my experience of understanding how the market makers move. Now, the way I understand it, first thing is you have to have passion to be a trader. You don't have a strong desire, passion, then you don't get into this market, guys. Yeah, so you know, that's pretty much how it works for me, my friend. You know, it's just sitting and watching price, but knowing what you're watching, you know, it's understanding why. Why does price ping to the high here? You know, why is it they don't allow liquidity? Why is it they're not allowing price to hit up here? You call this resistance. People call this area resistance. Well, what it really is there's money up here that the market makers can't allow retail traders to make profit on. So there's money trapped in this area here. They can't allow retail traders to see a profit. They're bastards like that. They can see the liquidity pools in this area here. So they're not going to allow price to break that. No way. What, just because it's 3 touches of the resistance and then it breaks through? Bullshit. You know, they've trapped money in this region. So in order for them to see a profit off this liquidity, they have to send price in the opposite direction so that all the stops get taken, bingo, and then it resets. Shorty, yeah, it's every night between 9:30 and 9:45, you know, or 10 o'clock. We do the live stream. I do the live stream also during the day, but that's no audio. That's just me typing away, you know, responding to the chat. The reason for that is because I'm actively trading on other screens and I'm talking it out through to other guys that I trade with, you know. So it's just really in the evenings. It's the best time because we can actually sit down and we can break down what price has done during the day, you know. So yeah, every single day, 9:30 till 9:30, 9:45. The more I get involved, the more I realize how much I need to learn top content. Thanks again for patience. And yo, thanks, Adam. Thanks for passing through, my friend. No worries. You know, every day it's just, you know, go through the videos on the channel as well, my friend, because I talk about this all the time on there. I don't just look at crypto. My forte is Forex. You know, that's when you see the nitty gritty of how the market makers work. Okay. Cryptocurrency is just starting to bring in the institutions, okay? So there will be a time when the crypto markets are going to be like, you know, a haven for the market makers because they can manipulate the shit out of it. Right now, crypto isn't as such regulated. It's free for all. What's up, George Ringo, Paul? Okay. Thank you. I mean, 80 people in here. Thank you so much, guys. You know, much love to that, man. I hope, you know, everyone exchanging ideas, sharing ideas with each other, because what it's all about here. You know, ultimately, we are the reason why the market operates. You know, that's what you got to understand. We're the liquidity. There's millions of retail traders opening, closing trades. Market makers just come up with their money and they marry one retail trader to their position, to their order. Remember, that's how it works. There's only three market makers in the world, guys. There's only three. The guys in Asia, the guys in Europe, and the guys in New York. And when I say Asia, I also include Sydney as such. Okay? But there's only three market makers. Zane, this is the only YouTube actually. Yo, Zane, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. I'm glad you feel that way. LD, what's good? You think the joining of the institutions is a bad thing because of no, guys, listen. The joining of institutions is what we need. We need the institutions to step in because when they see, when institutions, because remember, there's market makers, then there's institutions, then there's governments, then there's mutual funds, banks, then there's those guys. There's two types of money in this game, guys. There's smart money and dumb money. The market maker is the smart money. Banks, governments, hedge funds, prop firms, you name it, retail traders, we are the dumb money. Now, the fucked up thing is market makers can be smart money and they can be dumb money as well. That's the messed up thing. They can make price, they can take price to areas where you'd think, hold on, how can it drop so low? How can it drop so low? Remember, their goal is to absorb the liquidity. And if they can see that liquidity pools, say they can see there's 500 million contracts, or should I say $500 million worth of contracts up here, okay, and prices down here, they're going to want to get to that 500 million as soon as they physically can, okay? So they'll just snap price all the way back up, Okay, Alex. Can you tell me when you reckon the best time price to buy Ethereum for next up will be, please? Okay, Daniel, what is your intention to buy? I keep repeating this question, okay, and I'll gladly repeat it because you're new into the chat, so you haven't seen it been asked yet, but you've got to ask yourself this: are you buying Ethereum because you want to close it in the next week, in the next 20 minutes, 30, or are you actually holding Ethereum? Because if you're going to buy Ethereum to hold for the long term, Crypto Wealth will tell you, all right, buy it now. Get some Ethereum now, guys, because if you're holding it, that means it doesn't really matter what price you get it at. You're in it for the long term. UK, well, I'm from Cyprus originally, but from UK. All the big institutions will be on the second week of February. Colin Hughes, Crypto man or Scott. The long hold doesn't matter. Short term or interval trading is where you have to pay attention. This is true. Dusty Dog said it. These two are so attached that they can't wait for either to play for itself. This is it. Aiden, this is it. Ethereum will play for itself. Like, where you've got, let's look at it like this. We're going to get to a point now where Bitcoin is going to be, people are going to relate Bitcoin to gold as such, so when gold goes up, Bitcoin goes up kind of thing. There's going to be that fractional disparity in there, and what I mean, for example, dollar yen, closely traded with gold. I always watch dollar yen and I always watch gold. I know where I'm at. I know where, when market makers want to turn to safe havens or want to dump money elsewhere. When gold's dropping, dollars rising, happy days. You get the idea. Crypto markets are effectively trying to enter that sort of space, So when that happens, boy, that'll be a game changer. Okay, then. We expect Lucas, what's going on? What's up to all the new guys passing through the channel, man? It's good to have you. Okay, we expect 1.8k. Okay. Things are good to use the DCA strategy. What's the DCA strategy? Do you think Ethereum will fall before the pump? Ethereum's going to lead on its own. Yes, I agree. Yep, to all the Germans in the chat, you can buy crypto, and if you hold it for a full year, you don't have to pay taxes on it. What? Yes, from the UK. Looking for and say, what do you think? Okay, the 4 hour, this is interesting because I was looking at the 4 hour. Okay, well, it's a bit messy, but hold on. Okay, we're rejecting the 50-day on the 4 hour, guys. All right, we're rejecting the 50-day. You can see right there. Right, drop down and it's rejected it. Who knows? You know, but on a 4 hour time frame, it takes a little while for things to turn out. You know, there's that W pattern from earlier on this week. We drew that W pattern and then it rose and rose. We're in the first wave. This effectively is on a bigger time scale. You've got the W here, pull back, continuation. That's what we're waiting for, guys. Here we go. Where are we at? Okay, Bitcoin's being brought up by institutions. Ethereum is next to boom 10K. Man, crypto wealth, happy days. If Ethereum hits the 10K, we are laughing. Colin Hughes. Okay, Michael Taylor has a massive conference on the first week of February with 100 billionaires sharing his playbook with the big institutions that are interested in Bitcoin for a safe haven. Ada, by the way, Colin Hughes, thank you for that. You know, that we won't see the speculation of that. Okay, will be factored into price, but I'll be surprised if they haven't been buying already. You know, because they will put out sort of appointments or meetings that happen, okay, to really mess with the market. Because imagine retail traders see that 100 billionaires sharing the playbook and guys who are interested in Bitcoin. The speculation alone is going to send price higher, which could reflect and be consistent with what you've said as to why Bitcoin has dropped so much. Remember, these guys aren't going to buy Bitcoin at all-time high. No, billionaires are billionaires for a reason. Okay, they buy things cheap and they sell them at a higher price. They buy rundown businesses, turn them into multi-million-pound businesses. The principle's the same. They will never buy Bitcoin at an all-time high. Is it going to hit 1287? Shorty, are you in a trade? Just so, are you actively in a trade right now? What's your risk on your trade? Where have you, sorry, where have you entered on the trade? You cashed out at 1340. So you were trading, you were watching this W pattern here, the first one. Aidan, thank you very much. Wait, that first one you draw. Right, so the first pattern that I drew here, what, this pattern here or the pattern to the left down here or down here? Are you talking about this one pattern here from this morning? Okay. So this pattern failed. Okay. Oh, the last one. This would be, well, I'm confusing the shit out of myself here, man. So we're agreeing that this is the pattern you're talking about, yeah? So you just post a video, break 2K soon, yeah. There you go. So the speculation is going to come in now. Yeah, they're setting the move up. Now you'll see price now. It's going to go up and test the 50-day pullback. It may complete this formation here first, okay? Just to draw in a bit more liquidity. Complete this formation, smash through the 50-day, come back, retest, continuation. Let's see 2K, what we're saying, guys. So you're here, Shorty, yeah? You're trading off here. Ah, good. Now you're talking. Okay, so that's where you've traded off this point here, yeah? And you've gone long. If you traded off that point and you were in profit straight away, you should have held that trade, man. You know? I don't know if you're male or female, but you should have held that trade because it would have been consistent with the 2 hour rule. You know, 4 candles is an hour. Okay, so if you entered on this candle here, you would have still been effectively in your first 45 minutes of a profitable trade. It moved out of its range. Well done. You know. Okay, where are we at here? So Inhumane Pie, yeah, 5 minute head and shoulders. You want to check the five? Let's check out the 5 minute head and shoulders for Inhumane Pie. Here we go. Well, if you look closely, okay, yeah, you could see we've got one slot there, slot here, slot here, okay. But also head and shoulders is a variation of a W, all right? So you could see 3 pushes to the low, you got a W here, all right? A small W, back down, pull back. Now it's pulling back to, remember, the 50-day on the 5 minute time frame is effectively, no, it's not going to apply itself from there. I haven't got the actual time frame. I haven't got the moving average on there for it anyway, so it wouldn't matter for me saying that. Okay, but just look at this. We need price to break over. We need price at the 5 minute to hit the 200-day, okay, which will be the 50-day on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so remember, so if I go back to the 5 minute time frame, all right, and I draw this box, okay, for God's sake, this box is going to be drawn so that you can see that when the 5 minute time frame hits the 200-day on the on the 5 minute chart, when it hits the 200 on the 5 minute, it's hitting the 50 on the 15 minute. So we look there and we can see right there, that's where it's going to hit. Okay, but from what I can understand, based on how it snapped back in price, look, we've got a shark fin's head here, and look at the W down here, guys. Can you see the W? Right there. Doesn't happen by accident. This RSI has printed a W. You can't tell me that that isn't manipulation at its best. Market makers repeat this pattern all the time. W's and M's and W's and M's. It's just unbelievable. Honda, what's going on? No, I don't use the Wyckoff method because at any point it could change. You know, the methodology that I use, it's all about understanding what does the market maker want the retail trader to think, right? So for example, on the pullback down to here, okay, we're waiting for the price. All right, let me do it like this. Let's look at this W here. All right, this was at the start of the week, guys. So you've got this W here, and this was a successful W because it locked, the formation locked here, okay? So market makers push price down, 3 pushes to the low. Look at the red candles, 3 pushes. Those are effectively vector candles. Yeah? Now, they locked the formation here, pushed it up, came back down. Now what happened here was this. The guys who went short had their money trapped down here. They had set their stops in this area here. So the market maker smacks it back up and takes the liquidity from those stops. All right. It then paints a picture to these guys thinking that it's now stalling at the 200 day. And then they start getting busy and they break away from the 50 day, making these guys who were short a minute ago that got busted out an opportunity for them to enter again. So they move price down, they use the liquidity, and then they switch, and then they move price back up again. Okay? That's what you need to be thinking when you're looking at drawing W's and M's. That's all you've got to be thinking. What do the market makers want traders to believe at that point in time? You know? Okay then. So I'm going to get rid of this W here because that was a failure. To me, that was a protective failure there, believe it or not. It protected me, you know, because if that W had played out, it would have confirmed itself by breaking the M3. But because it didn't, it would be deemed as a failed W pattern, okay? And because the M3, the pivot points are so critical, guys. You know, they save you a ton of money. So I hope that answers your question, Honda. Osman, what's going on? Does it go over 1400 in a week? Hold on, hands up. Is there any way to see what the money makers are going to do? As in the market makers? There is a way to see what the market makers are going to do. Okay, they work in threes. You know, look at this. I need to tidy up this chart, man. Make it nice. Okay, let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay, look. Market makers, they move in threes. Okay, you got 1 push, 2, 3. Okay, they push in threes. That stinks market maker behavior. Creating climatic candles, making guys believe the hype. Get in quick. You know, Ethereum's running to the sky. Let's go. It's mooning out. And all the while, they're building their shorts at the highest possible price. And then before you know it, it's drop again, drop again. But whilst it's dropping, they're closing these shorts that they got at the high price and they're building longs at the same time. They're making traders believe that a pullback to the 50 days are going to continue to go back to the upside. They're drawing a little bit more liquidity. They get money trapped here, you know? And then when they make the retail traders believe that we're going to go short, they put their stops in this area here. Sorry, they put their stops up here. Forgive me, sorry, when they think it's going to go long, they put their stops down here. And then look what happens. The market makers just take it out again. It's a vicious cycle, but once you get used to seeing the same pattern happen over and over again, you'll start to get it. When I say volumes, we're talking the amount of time. See, this green candlestick here it's not necessarily a volume, all right? It's an indication of how often price exchanged hands at that point in time. And you can see that they were pushing for price to go up, which means that they wanted to get shorts at the highest possible price whilst they were creating climatic behavior for the retail traders to get in, you know? Yeah, market makers, they can only really build short, small positions. You know, market maker starts his week off and, you know, he'll say, like, for example, Monday morning, he'll get a call from the Asian office and the Asian office will say, yeah, what's up? We've got $500 million contracts up here, $200 million shorts down here. And then the market maker in the UK will look at his weekly target and he'll say, right, we've got to achieve X amount for dollar yen. We've got to achieve X amount for this. We need to send price here in order to achieve that. All right, let's go. And then the guys start running the board. So Usman, what have you done? So you brought out 1469. Will it go back? So let's look at where you brought out. Okay, you brought at what? You brought at 1469. You brought straight. What? You brought right there. Usman, you brought right there, my friend. Well, it depends on what your intention is as as a holder of Ethereum. If you're looking to trade Ethereum, then close your trade and start again, my friend. You know, look to get a better entry. But if you're holding, you know, it doesn't matter. There's no problem. It will come back here. There are many guys that are brought into this high. There's not a problem. You know, as long as your exposure doesn't ruin your account and take you out the game, you know, this is the nature of the beast. No worries, hands up. You know, any other questions, guys, just fire away, man. You know, we're all sitting here watching Ethereum just sit and play this zone. They'll hold this zone for about 30 to 90 minutes. All right. They'll hold this zone for about 30 to 90 minutes before they start making a move. All right. Look at what it's doing right now. It just keeps going back and forth, back and forth. I believe we've achieved the range weekly low. I think we've established the range, the low for the week. All right. Remember I said last night, Monday is always the false move. Guys come into trading on a Monday and they're excited. You know, they're like, yeah, let's get ready, guys. You know, look what Ethereum did last night. You know, let's get into the market. They get excited. So the false move happens to the downside. All right. And then Tuesday comes where they know, market makers know that they've caught all the guys off guard on the Monday. They've made them believe that right now we're going to continue to the downside. And then they'll just change the direction. Now, who knows? We could actually continue even more to the downside with Ethereum. Who knows? But Ethereum looks like it's starting to respect certain levels. And one of them being the 800 EMA. Here we go. Osman, are you on exchange using leverage? I don't think so. You'll be more than likely to liquidate your crypto. So if you're just buying Ethereum to invest, there you go. So do you think this will be hit? Look, the range weekly low will hit, it could be tested again. Look at the W pattern. It could come back and test the range weekly low to make guys believe. So this is what this pattern is. It could go back up, test the 50-day, come back down, create the illusion that the short plays is still happening. Guys go short, they then put their stops here. Market makers send price back down. They've created the illusion that market's going to go short. You'll see pin bars down here trying to induce more traders in the belief that it's going to go short. And then before you know it, they will shift the zone, take out the stops in this area, move price back up, retrace, continuation, and the rest is history, guys. Then we start making better ground. Nikesh, thank you so much for the sub, man. You know, thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. I hope everyone's enjoying it. Where did you learn this? You are literally the first YouTuber who explains something like this. Come on, guys. There must be guys out there that do explain it in a way. If not, then they're just, I don't know, man. For me, when I started the YouTube channel, for me it's just pure, you know, my opinion. No one, if I'm sticking to a script where I have to make people believe a hype, then it's only a matter of time before the content dries out, you know, and they're looking for ideas. And then that is evident with everything that they upload. I mean, I'm just relaying my experience to people. Take it for whatever you can from it. You know, I'm not here to prove anything other than this is just my experience in trading, you know? Yeah, yeah, no, I'm not selling any courses or anything like that, you know, because call it it's my turn to give back, you know. We're in shitty times, guys, you know. The world is it's going crazy, you know. If I can give something to someone, if I can say something to someone that's gonna switch something in their mind where they can better themselves, you know, or change something in their life, fuck, I've done a good deed there, man. You know, never hesitate to do good. That's how it is. Never hesitate to do good, because you can't turn around and say, look, I did a good thing and there's a problem with it. Hell no. You know, it's a Chinese proverb, man. Never hesitate to do good. Look, the only thing that I'm promoting on my channel is the Discord. Okay. I've got my website, which has a book on there that I wrote. And that was, I went into partnership with a guy on Twitter, Steve Burns. He's the publisher. He told me to write a book. I wrote a book, gave it to him, and we split it down the middle. I think it's like $10. There's no link to that book, guys. I'm not trying to push that onto you because I'm giving you guys information here. Join me every night on these lives and we just go over the concepts. Go on my website and you'll see all the information. It's there. It's all free. There's no charge. I'm not going to charge something from someone. It just doesn't sit right with me, man. It just doesn't sit right with me. Thank you, Diamond Fox. Are there other ways to know if there are market manipulation? You mentioned the three pump. Right. Time. This is important. Time is important. All right. Now, when it comes to time, the problem with the crypto market, guys, is there's no boundary with time. I mean, you can trade crypto on a Saturday, man. A Saturday. Do you understand why the cryptocurrency world is going to take everything by storm? Because you can trade on a Saturday. You can go out to a nightclub, you know, pull a bird and say, you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm going to buy some Ethereum. She was a nice woman. She looked bloody good. Let's get some Ethereum, guys. Fuck it. And then you've got an Ethereum buying party, you know? That's what, with Forex, it's different. You can only trade Monday to Friday, you know? And with timing with Forex, this is this is where I'm going to be doing a video on understanding the market maker behavior in Forex, because the market maker in Forex, they have certain boundaries that they have to respect. The IMF stepped into market maker and said, right, guys, in order for you guys to maintain this market so that everybody's happy, you got to stick to these certain rules. And those rules are, for example, the average daily range. Keep price within this certain range. All right. Don't let it go any further because you'll just mess up the market. We want to create this market for more people to enjoy it as well, not just you guys. 82 of us here. Let's give back with some likes for his time and for more people to go. I have to drop soon, but I'll be joining Discord channel. Yo, Adam, thank you so much for that, man. Thank you so much. Didn't have to say that, bro, but thank you so much. And I'm just here just to give out the info, man. I feel I'm doing good. I'm doing right for my soul. That's what I'm doing here. You know, but we're just what this live. We're talking Ethereum. If anyone want to talk about Forex, let me know, because that's the forte for me. That's where we can get interesting. I've got a video that's coming out. It's an update on the setups for this week for Forex. I don't want to call it signals, all right, but it's just setups in line with the context of what I talk about with the market maker behavior. So if anything, I want you to pay attention to what the pairs are doing throughout this week, and then marry up what's happened with the videos, and you'll start to understand it, because that's the way I learn. Sat down and watched cycle after cycle, and before you know it, bang, it's right in front of me and I can look at it. Remember, if you can't see it in hindsight, you're not going to see it in foresight. Thoughts on Cardano? Any cryptocurrency other than Ethereum and Bitcoin, okay? Well, whatever Ethereum's going to do, all the other cryptos are probably going to follow suit. It's the classic, it's the cousin theory that they use in trading stocks and shares. It's the idea of when one industry is doing good, another industry will follow with it. You know, and then the red dress theory is it. If you've got 5 types of dresses, 5 different colors, red, blue, orange, green, and purple, and the red dress sells the most, what are you going to stock up more of? Obviously, the red dress. It's a theory, and it's, what you're going to buy more of. buy more of a stock that's performing well. There you go. That's how it is. Are your streams on a set day? I need to keep my schedule clear for this. Hands. Right. So the idea is my streams start from 9:30 in the evening GMT. Okay, 9:30 or 10 o'clock, between that time. Okay, and go on for a couple of hours. Last night we went till 3 o'clock in the morning, but we're not going to probably do that tonight because I do need to sleep, man. I think in the last 48 hours I've had about 9 hours sleep, so yeah. But no, 9:30 every night. But join the Discord, okay? And I always update everything on the Discord. Always tell you guys what's happening and what I'm doing, so you guys can work in line with that as well. I'll let you know if it's not going to happen, but you'll have a lot of notice beforehand as well. I'm not going to tell you 20 minutes before. I'm going to tell you 3-4 hours before, so you can plan your shit out. Silly the bunny hasn't stepped in, Diamond Fox. He hasn't stepped in. I'm not impressed. He told me he was going to pass through. When I have to be awake due to working a lot, I just go get some snow. Snow. Is it? Right, yeah. Let me just update it for you, mate. Hold on. I hate that about Discord, man. It gives you one that expires. Here's the Discord link. Here you go. I've just put the Discord link right there, guys. Jump on that. No worries. And 879 of you guys in here. Thank you so much, man. All right, let's look at what's going on here. Okay. Does anybody actually trade Forex in here? Doesn't work. My God, let me work. Hold on a second, man. Hold on. Okay. Can you tell me if this works? Right, it's working for some people. Oh, so it worked. Okay, could you log on Forex? I don't get it. Yeah, I'll talk about Forex in a second. Let me just get this. This is the same code at the end then. Why is it not working? Hold on a second. So why it should be working fine. Hold on. Hold on. No limit. Number of uses. Create link. Share link. Copy. I don't understand why it's not letting. That's unbelievable. Try that one. It's the same one. The link. It worked for me. Why is it not working for you, Crypto Well? Let me just get this. Let me see. Let me just add you to another one. There you go. Crypto, you just stepped into the server. Wicked. Wicked, wicked. Okay, so just acknowledging you all in there. Wicked. Happy days. All right, then. Wicked, man. Why'd you hate Discord, Hugo? I mean, Discord is convenient, man. You know, it's convenient. It's a place for someone to get to. The thing is, earlier on today, when I was streaming, my internet kept cutting out. So I'll have, like, 35 people in the stream, 20, 35 people, and they will cut out. And I'm conscious about that because people are thinking, why the fuck's this guy cut me off, and not said a word. On servers, Guy Kawasaki, wicked, okay. Thanks, need to eat dinner with the family. I'll be Crypto Wealth will be here, my man. Hi, Erica. Yeah, Discord. It's effectively the new Telegram. It's the upgrade to Telegram. And it makes life a lot easier as well. But I'm gonna get into if it's all right with you guys, I'm gonna start talking about the concept of market maker behavior in Forex. Then you'll understand it and see it better on that chart. Okay. So courtesy for you, Diamond Fox, we'll get that sorted. This is gonna go as a video later on tonight as well. Excuse me. I'm gonna upload a weekly setup. I'm gonna talk about one setup first, and that's gonna be about dollar yen. Dollar yen is my pair, man. I love that pair. Okay, so we're gonna come back to Ethereum in a split second, guys. We'll see if this plays out. Looks like this pattern here is going to play out. Okay, at worst, it's going to retest the 50-day, come back. When it comes back, if it tests the 50-day, okay, and then comes back, it should sit on the 200. All right, when we see that happening, then we are effectively going to set up for tomorrow or going into the Hong Kong session, all right, to move to the upside. In 20 minutes, Tokyo opens, so we're going to have another influx of liquidity coming in from Tokyo. Then in another hour's time, okay, we're going to then, an hour and 20 minutes, we're going to have liquidity from Hong Kong. So it looks like this could happen to move up, or we could actually see the 800 EMA get taken. Who knows? But let's see the pattern play out. Whoever's just subscribed, thank you so much, man. Thank you. All right, let's talk GUSD. Okay, then, cool. All right, then. So I'll only talk briefly about this, okay? But in Forex, right, you've got, okay, Crypto Andrew, I'm looking to invest 1K. Is now a good time, or do you see a dip in the short term? Crypto Andrew, if you're looking at holding Ethereum, there isn't really a bad time to buy. Just get your money in good. I mean, to get in at a better price, okay, we can't say, there's no way to determine a better price. I mean, look at the logic behind what's happened now. It's dropped, okay. If you traded off the range weekly low right down here, you would have got yourself in good, but then it could rise. But if you're a holder of Ethereum, it could drop all the way down here. Your price wouldn't have mattered, Well, no, it's not about whether a couple of hundred is pennies, but fundamentally it's buying and just holding. If it's only a couple of pennies, then it doesn't matter your entry. Yeah, long term, Andrew. It's just now would be a good time to buy if you're planning on holding for the next 2, 3, 4 months. And the thing is, Ethereum has the potential to go to wild figures. One guy on TikTok calling out that Ethereum's going to hit 1 million, but then they said Bitcoin would never pass £1,000, and everyone's scratching their head right now thinking, why is it at 35, 33, 35, whatever, Brent, welcome to the chat. Okay then, price prediction for Ethereum. Next 5 minutes, next 20, next 2 days, 3 days, take your pick, my friend. You need to tell me if you're here to make a quick buck in the next short-term period, then okay, now will be a good time to buy. Trade it to the 50-day moving average, which is on the screen there, the blue line. The blue moving average right here is the 50-day. Enter in now and trade it up to there. Take your money and go. Or if you're planning on holding, 6 months, now would be a good time to get your money in good, my friend. Okay, because if you plan on holding it for 6 months, as I was just explaining to Crypto Andrew, whether you enter here or whether you enter here, okay, even if it drops down to here, your plan is to hold for 6 months. Okay, so it doesn't matter what it does. Ultimately, it's not going to go down to stupid figures. We're in the biggest market for cryptocurrency, and a lot of attention is being paid onto it right now, and institutions are stepping in. No cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin or Ethereum, is going to go to unprecedented levels. Okay, so something bad would have to happen, and it's unlikely that's going to happen. So get your money in good. Plan on holding, but I do intend to secure profits along the way. Currently, I'm down holding on the first W pattern. Thank you very much, Brent. Thank you. I'm currently down holding from the first W pattern. When you say the first W pattern, you're talking about this pattern here, my friend. You're talking about the middle one of the stream this morning. 100K. Do you know what, Diamond Fox? Okay, let's hope they're not wrong, dude. Let's hope they're not liars, man. Imagine that. Nikesh, are you holding from the first W pattern? As in this one, this from today? Brent, in answer to your question, Ethereum. End of month is far-fetched. Helping my Ethereum panic right now. Look, it's part of the game, Brent. It's the sheer fact that you've got 10K in Ethereum. It's speculative money. That's what you're using. This is your capital as such. You know, it will be fine. You will be fine, my friend. Yeah, you're going to be sitting nice. You're sitting nice in a few months. LD, you want to buy, but you're curious. Curious about what, my friend? Hunting bear. Thoughts are 1200 the lowest low before it pops off. Hunting bear, if look, we need it to break below the 800 EMA, all right? Anything else, okay, is just speculation. It needs, as I said today about the 50-day, before we start thinking about this area down here, it needs to break here because this is a big psychological area here, all right? Big psychological area. It could test and break it slightly and then return back, but we need to revert back to the mean, okay? And that's what we're waiting for. Look, if it drops below 1300, that's there. It's already been to 1300. It's been below 1300. Okay, it's been down to 1287. Right? Even if it tests the M0 pivot point, we're holders here, guys, but have due diligence, guys, as well. Have due diligence because you can also close your trade and get in again. Remember that. You know what? This is, for me, Diamond Fox, I'm seeing a healthy pullback because look, it's not a massive pullback, guys. It's not. Let me just determine something here. Let me see if this is going to work out. Okay, let's put that in there. All right, guys. I don't know if this is completely correct, but The average swing, the average daily range of Ethereum is roughly 1,687 pips, and its daily range times 3 is 5,060. So we look from that point there to here, we've achieved one of its daily range. Okay, so realistically, it can't really go any further without fucking the market as such. Excuse my French. The principle of average daily range, okay, can't really continue going down purely on the fact that they've pushed it against its normal range where they can achieve liquidity pools, okay, and absorb liquidity. So they're going to have to reset and bring it back up, okay. Let's look at it from here. Exceeded 1,687 pips, it went to 1,641. Okay, had to pull back. Do you understand? So, you know, in a week, it would achieve that. It would achieve 5,060 pips in any direction. Okay. What have we got here? What do you think? What's up to all the new guys coming through? Should I buy now for quick money? You reckon it goes up in 10 minutes? Quick now. Look, shorty. You know, don't be looking. You want to know what you invested in? Look, Ethereum. Look, at basic entry level, Ethereum is the reason why cryptocurrency it exists. The blockchain. Okay, Ethereum is it's the basis, the foundation of what everyone is trying to achieve with, you know, cryptocurrency. You know, you're investing in the motherboard. That's the best way to put it to you. You know, just research Ethereum, Google it, and you'll get a plethora of information about what it is and what it stands for. And I think that'll be enough for you. You know, you can dive deeper into it and look at its utility on the blockchain. It's all about decentralization, you know. So you're in a good situation. Right. 86 of you, what's going on? How you doing? IQ from your part. If you invest in a thing without knowing about it, low IQ from your part. He must be pulling our leg, man. He's gonna know what Ethereum is. Anyway, is this going up or down? Shorty, I don't want you to place that trade, man. Don't place that trade. You know, if you're gonna place the trade, fuck it. Look, we're all traders here, okay? And if you want a bit of excitement, you're gonna place the trade. You enter now and go long, okay? Your stop is going to be so tight you will not believe. You're going to set your stop loss depending on the spread of who you're using, okay? You're going to set your stop to yesterday's low, which is right there at 1307. So 1307.72. That's your stop loss. If it gets hit, close your trade. You know you want to make quick money, but you take a quick loss as well. Fifth Element, thank you. How you doing? Okay, on TA. Joined yesterday, joined Discord today. Thank you very much, man. Bro, I have good knowledge on Bitcoin, but I just recently invested in Ethereum. Sure, in my experience, trying to get a quick buck is losing it very quick. There you go. If Shorty wants a bit of action, I just told him, her, you know, get in now, but expect a very quick loss or a stop loss to be hit because Ethereum moves that quick. You know, if you want to make quick money, you've got to take quick losses as well, guys. You know, that's how it works. I mean, I started as I came into Forex as a scalper. That's what I wanted to be, you know. And I made the mistake of being a scalper turned swing trader in a single trade. You know, I would enter and be like, right, I want to get 5 pips. I'm going to set myself a 5 pip stop loss. Okay. Well, in that trade, I went from being a scalper to a fucking position trader investor, and I wanted to hold the trade. And then my stop went from 5 pips to 50 pips. Like, you know, well, what's going on there? You know, here we go. What's this? After you know what Ether is, you're going to invest all your Bitcoins, trust me. Paul Torpedo, how you doing? So is the pips limit essentially why it moves sideways, and it will for most of the day? Look, the pip limit is not as such as a limit. It's there for it's a measuring tool. Okay. It's the market makers can say, okay, what's our range? Where can we send price today? Okay, we can effectively from this area right now, we can move price, okay, 1600 pips, for example. All right. So we're going to try and move $150 million of contracts in the direction and achieve that within a range of 1600 pips. Okay, that's our boundary, you know, or you could get, you could get less than that because they can make moves which are less than the average daily range, you know. Average daily range doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to hit that exact daily range. You know, it could come in less, it could come in a lot less, it could hit 1,000 pips because if it hits less, then you're kind of sensing that there's going to be a bigger move later on. If they're keeping their daily range low, for example, look over here. Look at their daily range here. Their daily range was from this high to that low, which was 800 pips. That's half than what the normal daily range is. That there was telling you that there was going to be a change. They were going to move price quite big. And that's exactly what they did. Look what they did from here. They went nearly 2,000 pips. They took 2,000 pips from this bottom here to there. Now, obviously, they didn't go up 2,000 pips. They did take breaks. Okay, but 700, 600, and then they finalized with 1,600. You know, this was done over a period of 2 days. Okay, so 1,600 from one point, which would be down here. There's your 1,600, and then there's your 1,700 there. So it exceeded it a little bit. But you get the idea of what I mean about the average daily range. Could fire a trade at breakout with very tight stop. Problem is, when you're firing trades with small stops, they're going to get hit, man. Look at how it moves. Look how it fluctuates. See, right now we're at the peak. We're effectively at a formation, and look what's going on. You've got pin bars spiking up and down. All right. This is now market makers taking out orders. All right, and they're going to slowly drift price. They're going to probably bring it down here and then snap it back up and then change the direction. That's what we're waiting for. You're gearing up for the moon pie. What's going on, procrastinating man? Paul, no problem, my friend. Happy to explain, mate. You know, this is what I don't understand why people try and cower away from knowledge, man. They don't let people know. They always put a price on it because, you know, it's like how much that information there could have earned you or saved you a lot of money. You know, I don't know how you trade, but that could be added to your trading repertoire where you're like, right, now I understand the average daily range, what I can look for, you know? You can determine how far a move's going to go because they're not going to allow price to exceed its daily range by too much, you know? But at the end of the day, they can do whatever they want, but they too need to make a profit because the way market makers work is they have lots of money that they give out. Now, when they're giving it out, okay, they then need to claw it back. And they do that by changing the direction of the trade, of the move. Lewis, they say buy the lows, but I keep buying in the highs. It's true. You always buy in a selling market when price is dropping, okay? But always sell when price is rising. And when I say sell, you sell for shorts, you sell shorts into rising trends because you know it's going to come back down. Yeah, this was nice tip as well. Thank you, man. No worries. By the way, Australia Day today or Invasion Day? Right in. Where we at? Okay. It's the market open. Is the market open? Right. So right now, Australia, it says on my clock that Australia is 11 a.m. Tokyo is about to open. 3 minutes time, we've got Tokyo opening. So we could see a little push from Tokyo. Because you've got to remember, guys, the UK session, the European session, the New York session effectively set up the day for the Asian session. All right. And likewise, the Asian session sets up the day for the UK session, and the UK could set up the day for the New York session. You know, they have this conversation. There's a gap time. You know, before the market opens and before the market closes, the market makers get in touch with each other. You know, and they say, you know, what you got, what's on the books, and they'll say we got 400 million trapped in dollar yen to short, and we've got 300 million trapped long. You know, do the math. You know, and then the market maker in the UK will then say, okay, let's push all our money into the 400 million. Let's get our profit from there. And that's how it works. And this thing happens over and over and over again. Hello, Victor. Focus the screen. I can bring it in closer for you if that's okay. I just keep it zoomed out so people can see the pattern. But if that's all right, guys, let me know. As a new trader. That's so good, Victor. Let me know. As a new trader, but long-term Bitcoin, blockchain finance understander, should I look at getting into shorts and longs or keep moving percentage with the daily, weekly trends? Look, Paul, you need to determine if you are as a trader, frankly, I would say trade only Forex. Don't trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, because they're heavily motivated by, someone saying something on TikTok. What is that? Someone could say something about dollar yen on TikTok and no one would give a shit. But that's not going to change the world currency. But on TikTok, if you say something about Dogecoin or you say something about Ethereum and you get enough people to say something about it, it's going to be reflected in price, because it's a new market. Right, guys, off topic. Tokyo's opened and look what's going on. Yeah, man, Crypto, I said I'd still be here, man. Probably going to still stream for about another 35, maybe another hour, man. We'll see how we play out. Been standing this whole time. Okay, then. All right, look at what it's doing now. Right, Tokyo stepped in. Right? They may be trying to. They could actually take this lower, guys. We could see another retest of the range weekly low, which will be consistent with the pattern. All right, but ideally want to see it pull back a little bit more before it does test the range weekly low, because then we're talking 800 EMA territory right now. There you go. Tokyo opens, immediate action. But this could be the sucking, it could be the suck out that could make people believe it's not going to continue to go lower. All right. I mean, if it breaks the range weekly low, it will always return back to the range weekly low. It has to normalize, guys. Remember, it's achieved its average daily range by, okay, we've got another 100 pips, nearly 125, 108, 60 pips. There could be another 160 pips of movement, which could take us down to here. Okay? Could take us down to here. Right? I'm going to mark that off. That area there would be 160 pips. 1,100. Yeah, 1,687 pips would be the range. And that's where it is right there. Okay? We'll see what price does. I ideally want to see it come back down here, come back up, retest over here, and then move to the upside. That's what we're waiting for. Yeah, we want to see if this pattern does lock in crypto wealth. We want to see if it does lock in. All 83 of you, 82 of you, thank you for still chilling. You know, any other questions, just fire away, guys. Have you checked the actual screen quality? Have you got it on 1080p? Tap your, if you're looking on your mobile phone, tap three white dots in the top right corner, okay? And it should say quality. And unless you haven't got it on auto, select it and then go down to 1080p and it should be clear. Yeah, it's good. I'm glad the quality is good for people. Procrastinator, thank you very much for, ow, fucking hell. Thank you very much for subscribing, man. All right, so look at this pin bar, right? Look at what's happening. They're sucking out the shorts, man. So everyone believes now that Ethereum is now going short, right? Because this is why they've listed Ethereum on these exchanges and Bitcoin, because they know that they can manipulate traders now. Because when you're buying off platforms like crypto.com, Coinbase, you can't really manipulate price in there, you know? It's just literally all you can do is buy the coin and then sell it. That's all you can do, and you can sell it. It just goes into your wallet. That is it. Ah, so you sorted it, Victor. Wicked. There we go. Nine to five productivity has dropped. Usman, does it go more low? Okay, look at what it's doing. We are in line with its daily average range. Okay, it has effectively achieved it down to the button of the range weekly low. All right, we want to see the market makers move price like this in this area. Okay, we want to see that behavior. Okay, that's exactly what they're doing in this area right now. They are manipulating traders to believing that, okay, are we going to go down short again? Okay. And or are they taking out stops? Pay attention to the pin bars, guys. Look, the pins, they're working the lows. These are the clues that tell us that we're due in line for a reversal. How long that reversal is, we won't know. Okay? But it has to be in line with their plans. We're on a new day now. Okay. We've got a new daily high and a new daily low right there. Okay? Okay, for some reason my screen. Okay, there you go. 89 of you, how you doing? Thank you very much for passing through. 1, 2, 3, 5-ish. I mean 1, 2, 3, 5. I mean that is far, man. That is quite a distance. That's a break of the 800 EMA, man. Let's zoom back out here. Let me just get rid of this trend line here, tidy up my screen. Let's tidy up this, make it nice and clear for people. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay, then I'll get rid of this failed formation. I mean, if we're talking formations, you could have actually taken this M formation up here. You could have taken, but it wasn't so much of a good M. No, it wasn't really much of a good M. I mean, it came to here, and then you've got this little move here, a bit of a crappy M. You know, there wasn't no clear attempt to the previous high, because you would have wanted this second leg of the M to end here. Okay, so it would have been consistent with actual market maker behavior. Okay, then what are we saying? What's going on in the chat? 91 of you. Lovely. Here we go. You can understand each character. Thank you for being here. You are literally the only one going live when things are on the edge. Thanks, mate. No worries, my man. Well, I think that makes sense. I mean, I'm happy to put myself on the line, guys, because it's just my opinion. I can be wrong. So what? You know, and I think that's why a lot of, I don't know, I may be wrong, but a lot of other guys who talk crypto, they might not feel comfortable trying to call out something because they fear that they might lose credibility. Well, I'm sorry, but we're dealing in the midst of uncertainty. How can you maintain credibility in a market where it's uncertain? That's bullshit illusions there, man. That's like saying that you need to know what happens next before you open your mouth. No, you don't. And that's the beauty of trading. I didn't listen in class with that much attention. I was running low. Does it go low? Oh, thank you. What's that? Thank you. No, going long now. I have to wait and see. Thanks for coming. I'll trade with your trade strategy. No worries, Usman. I'm saying that very low to see. It's not likely, but I brought in now for 3K, planning to hold for 1 month. Okay, Dusty Dodge has taken the jump. All right, and as long as keep maintaining, keep an eye on it, my friend. All right, and only risk what you're prepared to risk, man. All right, don't ever fight the market. Right, don't ever fight it. The market don't give two shits about anyone's cash. You're only useful to the market when your trade is live. Right, that's when you're useful to the market. Beforehand, they don't give a shit. When your money's on the line, that's when you're important to them because they're like, yeah, we've got liquidity. Up or down. Well, we shorty, look, we're holding a zone here, okay? If you're desperate to take a trade, okay, take your trade. Trade it to the 50-day or the 200-day. Set your stop, all right? But you're entering into territory where, we're building a formation. This is what the difference between a retail trader and a trader that's following the smart money. If you want to make a quick buck, I prefer you to go to the casino and put 50 on red and wait, okay? Literally, just let the pattern play out. Let this W form, all right? Because this is what we want to see. Because if we saw this drop all the way down here, okay, and then pull back up, it wouldn't have been really a nice clean W. What we're looking for is a drop down which has happened. Now it's pulling back up, which is consistent with this wave here. It's going to try and test the moving averages, and it's going to try and pull back. Then we got the move. Guys, the second leg of the W, you've got various entries, okay? Now, if this W forms, right, this is effectively where your entry is going to be. Now, you've got to be pretty ballsy to take this entry, okay? But this is where my entry would be if I was trading it. Right here. That's my entry. It could be on a pin bar, okay? But this is my entry. You could trade here. You could actually even trade, I would say maybe up here, but your stop would be quite wide as well because they're prone to just smack it back a little bit. Because you can have a second leg W, but then you can also have the W up here, and then it could just pull back down here and then run up. Okay, but these are effectively. Let's stick with these two entry points here, guys. Okay, and your stop would be down here, which is not far. I ain't going to give you no wild ass stop where I'm going to say, okay, here's your entry and here's your stop down here. No chance. No, man. That's not the style. Patient key any buy under 14 is great because it's easily going to 10 times from this year. Yeah, but you'll make some good profits. Abandon amusement. Yeah, you said it. Are you staying for the pattern to play out? Look, it depends on how long it takes for this pattern to play out, guys. I love these entries at breakout. I make my best profits with these, but risky. Yeah, wait a second. I already hit its sub. I already hit its sub once. 1, 2. I already hit its sub. 1, 2. What do you mean, Hugo? Should this be the second drop you are taking? Ah, guys, look, green candle. Okay. Price is changing hands in this area frequently. Market makers could be stepping in right now. They spiked the low and pulled it right back. Now they're going to play the range. We're going to now see this. We're going to see up and we're going to see it pull back slightly. We're going to work up here. Snap up, snap up. Ether already hit sub. Hit sub 1, 2. Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying. I'm happy I brought in now since now I don't have to worry about where to buy him now. Crypto wealth. If you're using leverage, it's not. Yeah, clear break of the 50. When we're trading on the 50 EMA, this here will resemble the behavior at the 50 EMA because you want price to go up to the EMA, break out of it, come back, test it, pin below it, and then move up. All right, that's what we're looking for. Don't trade on the break of the 50-day. Never do that. Always trade on the test of the 50-day. So the break has to happen and the retest, because what you'll get is you could get these spike patterns, okay, where they break out of the 50-day to induce the traders long and then they snap price back down and continue. So what happens is you want to wait for the breakout, and then when they pull it back here, then and pull price back up, then your entry could be at the spike here or it could be halfway through. All right, guys, nice green candle here from the market makers. They are now taking out shorts, guys. The stop hunt is happening. They are taking out the stops. I'm gonna make you a moderator, crypto, as well. Your contribution is awesome. Got Diamond Fox in as a moderator as well. Excuse me if I'm vaping, guys. You know, I'm standing. Can't be energized when you're sitting down, man, when you're looking at these charts all day, man. Gotta be standing up. Okay. Everyone's on the Indonesia, man. No worries, crypto, man. You've been helping people out, giving them the info about leverage and what have you. It's awesome, you know. And it's mad when new people, new traders step into the realm of trading, and social media does a great job of principally making trading look so easy, you know. Buy here, sell higher. There you go. Why is it so difficult? You know, how can you lose if you all you got to do is just buy and then sell when it rises? Oh wow. If it's that easy, my God, why don't you know? Why doesn't everyone do it? Am I Steve Burns? No, Steve Burns is he's a good man. Steve Burns is a good guy. He's a publisher as well. He's a 20-year stock trading veteran, man. He's very deep in the game, Steve Burns is. And you know, I promote his course. He's got a course, you know, it's helping people out. I'm all for that, you know, and it just gives me an affiliate link. I've sold what, 2 courses of his in the past 4 years, because I'm just not, you know, it's helping a friend out kind of thing, you know. But he promotes the book side of things. He's got a lot of traders on Twitter who write books and he publishes them, you know. So that's his effectively his side hustle across, with his trading and whatnot. But he's a wicked resource, man. If you want to learn the concepts of certain elements of trading, go to Steve Burns' website. He's the G. For stock trading, that is. He's the guy for stock trading. How come Ethereum has unlimited supply? Good question. Crypto wealth, I think you would be the best to answer this. There's no market cap for Ethereum, all right? Which it's a utility. I mean, that's the best way I can say. Ethereum is a utility, right? And its value is based on how, its importance of, you can't really limit a utility as such. It has to be there, used all the time, you know? Bitcoin's only 21 million because the guy who created Bitcoin created only 21 million coins. That's what it was set at. But I think Ethereum it's based on the utility. You can't really cap a utility. I could be wrong. Crypto wealth, if you could spread any light on that, man, that would be helpful. When would you advise buying Ethereum? Wouldn't that conflict with the law of supply and demand long term? No, because not everyone will share the same value of Ethereum. We're all in here thinking, yeah, Ethereum's going to go up, Ethereum's going to go up, but there are guys who are thinking it's going to go down. The same way there's Ethereum enthusiasts, there's Cardano enthusiasts, there's Uniswap enthusiasts. There are guys, the way we look at Ethereum as, the value thing of everything, okay? Guys look at fucking, I don't know, they look at Stellar like that. I mean, I hold Stellar, but there are guys out there like that, super enthusiastic about Stellar. It's all different values. Do you think the lack of Ethereum exchanges signal a potential breakout? It is accumulation before ETH2. Could be. You know what? When I trade, I don't really pay attention to news. In Forex, I don't trade any news. I just know when they're coming out. All right? Because I have to make sure that, I've not got any positions during, non-farm payrolls. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not paying attention to any news on anything. It's all being filtered in with price action. Look at what's happening here. Ethereum now looks, it wants to test the 200-day and the 50-day. It will break that. It will test that area, okay? It will pull back as well, right? Because that's what we want it to do. We want it to test the 200, then hopefully the 50, and then pull back. And then the real move will happen when it's come back and tested this area again, okay? But because Hong Kong's coming into play, this is what I mean about cryptocurrency. It could actually completely sack off the concept of the W here and then just move to the upside. Who knows? You didn't hear it, mate. Okay, so can you explain why Ethereum has no supply? Yeah, Piston Honda. Have you switched your name around? Yo, Silly the Bunny has stepped in the building, man. Where have you been, bro? You could have had yourself a nice little entry here, mate. Right, no trades for you, bro. And you just stay away from that trigger finger, man. Don't be doing no wild movements. There you go, Dusty Dodge. Remember, yeah, 2 hours. If your trade is seeing if you're trading short term, make sure your trade is seeing a profit within 2 hours, man. Okay, because then you know you're in with the momentum. Here we go, guys. Pay attention to what's happening now to Ethereum. As we said, tested the low here. We've locked effectively the first leg. We're going to retest the 200 and the 50. We should see it pull back, but we could see it break out. I mean, it will pull back. You know, there will be some normality. It will recover this red candlestick here. All right, it will recover the orders here. It looks to pull back and then continuation. All right, so we could affect it. That's pretty much the pattern right there. Oh, hey Nikesh. Yo, crypto wealth. Yeah, crypto wealth. They wanted to know why Ethereum has no supply. Looking to go by long term, but don't really know a lot about it. Soul Skeps, subbed and joined Discord, loving the content. Soul Skeps, yo, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for passing by and subscribing, man. Thank you. I need to sleep. I fell asleep yesterday with you. I now have to buy something just to go away from trading. All right, you get some sleep, man. Yeah, well, I think we'll call it. We'll start slowing down the live in a bit, man. You know, I think people are just passing through, just trying to get their 2 cents. I want to see what Ethereum does at this level here, guys. It's really important, you know, so you guys can see the pattern printing off, you know, because this is what you're going to be getting used to. Get used to the idea of projecting. This is what you need to do, is projecting. We've drawn out our pattern. Is it going to play out? You know, because when it plays out and you get paid on it. Like up here, the pattern didn't play out. And the reason it didn't play out is because we set a criteria, and that criteria was M3 needed to be hit. It needed to be penetrated and tested to confirm this pattern here, you know? And that failed. So that's all good. But we protected ourselves with the M3 requirement. Now, look what's happened. I said it would touch it. It was going to hit the 200 day, could hit the 50, and then pull back down. That's what we're waiting for. Dabs for Jesus. Girl. So you are a lady. Sorry, LD. Just broke 4-hour W. Crypto is killing my sleep. Guys, why is everyone losing sleep, man? No, I need you guys. What you mean when you say protected ourselves? Okay, look. Okay, look. Earlier on, we had this I had this W formation drawn here. Okay, this was earlier on today. And I assumed that if this was going to play out, if this pattern was going to be, you know, go into motion, I would need it to break the M3 because that was the next pivot area that has interest. You know, it was in line with the range weekly high. Okay, so for me to confirm that this pattern was good, I wanted it to break here because obviously as Ethereum, we're looking to hold it for a longer term. So to determine an entry, we would have wanted this area to break out. Okay. Now, frankly, I could have taken this trade short term. The M2 bounce, I would have taken a trade here. I would have taken my entry there. All right, because it effectively doubled out here. Support on the M2, a bounce from the M2 and back up. I could have taken a few pips from there. I would have got in at heavy lots here. Okay. Probably get about 5, 10, 15 lots trading size, enter here, ride it up, and then I'm out. Okay. But when you're buying Ethereum for longer term, you want to at least increase the odds of being in at the right point and seeing a profit within 2 hours at the start, for example, if you're trading it. So I needed to see, to confirm this peak formation, that a break of the M3 would come out, because this entry here on this W formation suits the way I trade, but for anyone watching the live, they're going to want to hold the trade for a little bit. So to make a safe play, it would have had to break the M3. See how much, if you're looking to hold a while, then buy, bro. Buying Lewis. I'm buying Coinbase Pro, but the graph is crap on there. Yeah, it's bad. Even if you're holding long-term, Stephen. JMK Football, how you doing? Will it go down much further? Or this is already really low. Stephen, how much are you saying for 1 year from now? Wow. Silly the bunny. Stop being silly, bro. Oh my God, what are you doing? And you've lost seven bills, man. Guys, join Crypto Wealth, subscribe to Crypto Wealth, man. He's been contributing well to this as well. He's been helping people out. Eddie, how you doing? Breakout soon. What we're waiting for, Eddie, is we're waiting for this pattern to play out. Okay? Because a lot of the guys in here are buy and hold strategy, we're looking for this formation to paint out, and we're looking to either enter in this format here. So pull back, enter here or here, ride up, hopefully to above and beyond, But this drop here is consistent. The pattern here is consistent with a move to the upside. We'll see. Here we go. So half an hour into Tokyo. Effectively, the Tokyo futures markets have opened. Now we're going to see a little bit of volume coming in. They're going to try and break the 50 there. They're going to tap the 50 and pull back. I think this is where our pullback will start. Literally, that's what it is, guys. It's just, we're just trying to share info with each other. No guru bullshit, man. We know something, share it out, man. Why is everyone trading high, man? What's that? You play Call of Duty high, not trading high, man. Come on. Thank you to anyone that's come into the Discord. Thank you to all the subscribers that have just joined on. Thank you so much, man. Do your homework and stop trading. Man, I heard that word, do your homework, so many times, man. You looking to trade short crypto? Oh man, opinion on Ripple. God. Yeah, we'll see what the pullback is. We will see a retrace back to this green candle. This green candle here. We'll recover some of this green candle here. Because it's short, short, short. Stop hunt, rise, stop hunt. The stop hunt will be, I believe the stop hunt will be consistent with half of what the ADR is, or just a quarter of what the ADR is, sorry. we'll see a quarter rise of the ADR. So this effectively move from the bottom here all the way up will be the start of a stop hunt. It will finish in this region, drop, continue up. You got hold of Ripple, yeah? I had to dump Ripple, man. I had to dump. I didn't like the speculation on Ripple, man. I had about 30,000 of Ripple and I was just not happy with that. Forget that. Nah, no chance. Did not want to sit on the speculation of Ripple with what's going on with it. Who knows, you know? Who knows what's going to happen with it? Eddie, I'm looking to enter cheap as possible and hold for a while, 2 to 5 years, whatever. Eddie, make your entry now. That's our advice to you. You know, if you're holding for the next 2 to 5 years, you're going to sit through wild swings, my friend. You know, you'll never need to worry about an entry. Just go and buy it and happy days and just let it ride 2 to 5 years. Happy days. Here we go, guys. We're breaking effectively the 200 day, the 200 days getting ready to be tested. We're looking at the 200 day. Let's jump down the time frame. Let's see what's happening on the 5 minute. Here we go. We've broken the 50 day on the 200. Here we go. Look at this, guys. W pattern. Okay. W here. Up. Yeah. Testing the 200 day. We'll pull back. Continuation. Okay. ADR high. That's the highest effectively that it could go achieve in one session. ADR high. That's effectively the next area it could go. We want to see it hit the 200 day from there. Okay, look at this W there on the 5 minute. Confluence at the 800 EMA, 50 day turn up. Okay, we'll bring it down to a 15-minute time frame. Where are we at with that? Look at that. Close that. Look at that move, guys. Now we're going for the 50. See, this is the thing, right? You know, we're actively talking about the move as it progresses and it helps you understand. This is how you learn about the patterns. You know, as you're talking yourself through the move and you're projecting, it's the prophecy gets fulfilled in that moment. You know what I mean? We're not predicting, we're riding out what's happening at that point in time, you know? For a day trade, well, long or short, my friend, what are you looking for? I guess with entries, right, guys, you know, crypto wealth, keep an eye out for guys who want to know if it's about long or short on the day trade. You know, I'm just going to talk through the pattern as it happens. If you're going to take trades, guys, make sure you trade light, you know, because it's sporadic behavior, man. It's volatile. I've learned a lot, Piston. I've learned a lot, mate. Thanks so much. Big up. Thank you, Piston, man. You want to hit long, okay. Broke 50 EMA in 5 minute and testing 100 MA currently. Remember, the 50-minute, 50 day. The 200 day on the 5 minute is the 50 day on the 15 minute, on the 50 from the 5 minute. And the 200 on the 5 minute is the, 200 on the 5 minute is the 50 day on the 15. And the 50 day is the 25 minute, the 5 minute chart. Fuck it, I don't even know, man. I want to buy one Ethereum for long term. Unique, go to your broker, make your purchase and leave it at that. That's all you can do. If you're doing it for long term, guys, there's no question about it. Just go and buy it. This will be an entry on the short, Spencer. Okay. If you're going to entry on a short, guys, you want to wait for the 50 day to be hit at least. They will want to test the 50 day first before you enter a short. But it's a very tight zone. You want, it's ballsy area, you know. It's very minimal range to enter for short, in my opinion. You know, because you're coming out of a massive stop hunt as such. They're stop hunting, so they're not going to allow it to go down just yet. You want to see it extend a little bit more. Yeah, up is long. Where are you purchasing? Are you purchasing from an app? If you're buying from an app, Spencer, yeah, they won't allow you to short. Yeah, it's you're effectively short for a quick scalp, maybe, you know. X Vibe, what's up? Binance, okay. Do you feel it'll go down a little bit more before it shoots up? Look at the pattern on the chart, X Vibe. This is what we're waiting for to happen. We're waiting now. The first leg of the pattern has formed. Now the second part of it is forming. Okay, so we're waiting for it to pull back. And it's going to drop down here, maybe test this area here, and then look to pull up and test further ground to the upside. The average daily high is, the ADR is, let me get that drawn out for us. The average daily high, so 1441. Okay, that's the average daily run. Oh, nice move from Bitcoin right there. The average daily high is 1441. There's your average daily range. The high of the range is there. When the market makers are going to stop hunt and bring it back down for those that have entered already thinking it's now going up from here. Correct. Exactly that. They're taking out the short, they're taking out the stops for the guys who think we've bottomed out, because the guys that were short here, okay, are now thinking, right, I want to get in long again. So they've entered, all right, they've gone long, and now they've put their stops down here. So market makers now are allowing them to see a little bit of a profit before they take out the stops down there. And then they'll reverse it and up we go. $117 of you in the room. Thank you very much for passing through, man. Thank you so much. Pietro, oh man. Well, how long are you planning on holding that for, my friend? Yes, Piston, yeah. No worries, X5. Happy days, man. They hands up, listen, they are the most roughest guys going. They are nasty, but we need them to be nasty. As long as we're aware of their behavior, we can profit from that. We don't want to be on the other side of this market maker, man. It's true, man. This is Netflix for me, man. This is crypto flicks. Right. Where we at? Mr. Bud. How long will the thing go for it pumps up again? Yeah, thanks for saying that, man. Hitting the like button, guys. I've never actually asked anyone to hit the like button. I don't want to pester you guys and say, yeah, hit the like and all of that stuff, man. That's just, look, we're here to just share knowledge and just naturally get the encouragement off everyone, man. Here we go. Look, 200 days been tested. Now we're looking at the 50 day. 50 day looking to get tested, guys. This is going to be a nice little snapback. Bailey, how you doing? Hey man, first time you're loving that. Hey, thank you so much, Bailey, man. Good to have you in here, bro. Okay then. Do we see 1250 anytime soon? I mean, why does anyone want to see those levels, man? Look at what it's doing. All right, we're in the final candle. Okay, we got 1.5 minutes to the next 15-minute candle. Look at what it's doing. It's trying to test that 50-day. Okay, we've been saying from earlier on here, the locking of this formation here, the first leg, we would see a retrace to the 50 and back. Okay, so Hong Kong could do one of two things, guys. Okay, it could come back down, take out the guys who are long here. All right, continue it back down, but also they could actually make traders believe that we are short, because guys will see the test of the 50-day and think, okay, it's going to reject it, and they'll pull price and start going short. Okay, and then the shorts will put their stops up here. Okay, and then the market makers will let them see a little bit of profit and then reverse and switch the zone. Why does it have to go down first? Vibes, it has to go down, bro, to maintain the order of the liquidity. Remember, market makers need to manipulate this. Lucky K, thanks for providing a place to gather info, group share. It helps with impulse buying. If you like me, I really think these are pivotal times in the financial market. So true, my man. Yes, I agree with you. 5-minute chart is so bullish right now. All right, let's look at Bitcoin 5-minute time frame just for the nature of this video. There you go. What we got on Bitcoin. Swing to the low, snap, snap. Let's see how it plays out. We've got profit areas here. These effectively could be near-term profit target areas for Bitcoin for short-term traders. Here, here. Okay. Notice that just pivots. M3, M4, your profit pivots. Okay. We need Bitcoin to close above the 50-day, go up, pull back, continue, testing the 200-day as standard. It wants to close above the 800 EMA just to be sure. All right. Ethereum, what you're doing, testing the 50-day. We should see it pull back, guys, now. Yo, boy, Steve, how you doing, man? You think it's good to do a short trade, or is Hong Kong ruining it? Look, a short trade, you're trading in a formation, man. Be careful. Don't trade for the sake of trading. Don't trade because you could say, if you say to me, look, I'm going to take a trade now, can you monitor it as such and let me know when I should get out? Because you're going to ask me, is now a good time to me to sell or buy? I'm going to discourage you from taking that trade. I'd rather you develop the patience to wait for the pattern to form. Okay? Because if you're not prepared to wait for the pattern to form, you're not going to get the concept of trading, full stop. Okay, you need to wait for shit to play out, because this is what the market maker wants you to do. He wants you to get in. You're nothing to the market maker until your money's on the table, bro. ID Les, is it a good idea to buy? Look, if you're planning on holding Ethereum for a long time, now's a good time to buy. Articat Caleb. Hi, name's Caleb and I'm an impulse buyer. How you doing, Caleb? Well, this is not Traders Anonymous, man. Central Pennsylvania, what's up? How you doing, Eric? No worries, Eric, man. It's good to have you here, man. Look, the financial world now has got probably the most attention ever, right? And it's a good thing, but you're going to get guys that are going to try and exploit that. And I don't want that to happen to people, because I've been in the same boat, guys. I've been in the same fucking boat, man. All right, guys, look. 50-day. It's getting rejected. 10 minutes. No, 7 more minutes or so to 15 minutes until the Hong Kong Open. Now we're going to see price getting tricky. $128 of you in the room. Thank you very much for passing by, guys. Merc NL, do you buy? Well, how long do you plan on holding for, my friend? If you're looking to buy for a quick profit, I wouldn't buy yet. If you're looking to buy, you're going to want to wait for the pivot to be confirmed. So M2 here, if you can see in this area, M2 pivot is here. You got the pivot, so you want to wait for the break of the pivot and confirmation of it being supported and move to the upside. It's hard. I made 700 in 2 days and I've lost it in the last 2 weeks. Welcome to trading, my friend. Oh, we got people in the area, man. That's good. What's Telmo? What's the correlation with Hong Kong exchange? There are 3 markets, my friend. There are the Hong Kong Asian market, sorry, the European and the American. Okay. Now in Hong Kong, Tokyo, in Asia, you've got effectively those 2 markets, Tokyo and then Hong Kong. All right. So that's where more liquidity is going to come into the market. Aizen, what's going on? Aizen, what you missed was price returned back, testing the 50 days where we are right now. We're waiting for this W pattern formation to print off. Okay, we're waiting for it. Cody, what's going on, man? Yeah, that's the harsh truth. Yo, boy, Steve said it. It's Australia Day. Yeah, it's probably, Australia Day it is closed, but investors in Australia will still trade Ethereum because it's still open. That's what I mean about the liquidity. What's your Andrew Leach? How you doing, Andrew? What's your advice for someone looking to accumulate and long-term hold but without excess fiat to keep buying? Crypto, what's your opinion on that? Crypto wealth, what's your opinion on that? Oh no, I'm missing a few messages. Pietro, mate, I'm looking for a good price for regarding entering Ethereum. Can I have your thoughts? Pietro, tell me how long you plan on holding. Okay, so Andrew, in respect to your question, Andrew, your advice to someone looking to accumulate long-term holding without excess fiat to keep buying. Know what you're buying first. That's important. Know what you're buying. And I would say, look, if you like volatility, Bitcoin's your place, but Ethereum as well, it does maintain some order. But it's the 2 main coins that are running the game right now. Ethereum hasn't received the attention that it deserves. Bitcoin has taken over as such, but Ethereum's coming into light right now because they realize what Ethereum's about. So, I mean, crypto wealth, is there anything that you can input to Andrew's comment? That'll be helpful, man. The number above the 50-day. You talk the number above the 50-day. It's the M2, M3. There's no number in particular as such above the 50-day. Which question did you want? Andrew Leach. The question was, what's your advice for someone looking to accumulate and long-term hold without excess fiat to keep buying? Matthew, out of all the people I've watched on YouTube about crypto, you are far better. Thank you so much, Matthew, man. I'm glad I'm actually doing that. People are feeling that way, man, because it is a bit of a brave thing to step into the plate, go live and just talk your opinion on where you think things are going to go, because there are people out there that will just say, oh, shut the fuck up, X, Y, and Z, nothing, you just like the rest of them. Well, fair enough. If you think that, then okay. But, as long as people are getting benefit from this, that's me doing my job well. I'm happy. Eric Clark, Angelique, stop wasteful spending, put that in crypto, sell all your junk, etc. Quick profit will buy the dip. First time watching you. Rashmita, okay. Look, Rashmita, if be careful. Okay, you're effectively trading in a formation as such. Now, we need to know if this pullback to the 50-day is going to be testing previous areas here. Will it pull back, all right, to complete this formation down here? But as I said earlier, it could actually just, it may have completed here. You know, if we zoom in, okay, the pattern may have already completed here. Look, drawn here, up, down. We could actually have our pattern here, you know, but we're still got to wait for a pullback, you know. So we've got to be mindful as well, guys. We've got a little pattern here. Let me just get rid of this here. Okay. Get rid of that. Our pattern could effectively be here. Up there. W. Down there. Up it goes. That was me just overestimating here, you know. Okay, traders, sorry, typing as I walk in the door. No worries, the Shmoo. How you doing, the Shmoo? Got home from work. Silly Bunny, you in here, my friend? Silly Bunny was in here. I don't know if he's still in here. G, man, what's going on? Nice channel. No worries, man. Thank you so much, G. That's what I was trying to say at least. Thanks. No worries, man. Look, enough love to everyone in here, man. How low do I think for the second W dip will be? Well, this is what I'm saying right now. Look at what it's doing. For me, the nearest point here, right, we've got the M2 that's about to be taken. Now, usually with the pivots here, the M1, M2, M3, M4, we look for M1 is usually going to be corresponding to M3. Okay, so if you were to enter as earlier stated here, you would have been able to ride that slight consolidation, continuation, passing the pivot, M3, then happy days, you know. But it's quite interesting, you know. I've overestimated with this W here, okay, but you can see they've actually formed a smaller one, okay. So it's because it's a fast move down, fast move back up. They need to regulate and bring things back into order. Personally, I'd probably go all in with fire into link. Okay. Thank you, man. Eddie, how you doing? Hands up, Silly Bunny must have knocked out, man. Every single, well, I stream twice a day. In the morning, I usually stream in the morning, but for some reason the internet in my area gets battered in the morning. I don't understand why. I've got a lease line and then there's a problem with my internet in the morning. I don't know why, but I stream in the morning from anywhere between 8:30 and 9:30. Okay, there's no audio on there. I don't have an active discussion, but I'm in the chat box answering questions. But in the evening, I'll be streaming between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, and we're going into 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So just want to make sure that we're here for the the Hong Kong Open to see where the money's going to go from there. Yo, Spencer, you know what? It's not skipping the W pattern because it's effectively formed a smaller one. Look, you see drop down, back up, drop down, back up. Okay, so I've overestimated with this W pattern. Okay, so this is the actual W pattern now. It's formed a small W here. So we expect now this following cycle, if it plays out, W, up, pull back. Level 2, pull back. Level 3, peak formation, down, up, down. You know, that's effectively what we're looking for, guys. Yeah, it's silly Bunny man. He's the guy. Arctic Caleb, no problem, man. Everyone's helping everyone. Tanya Dominique, what time would Hong Kong open time be Eastern? What, to set an alarm? Well, Hong Kong opens in 2 minutes' time. So set your alarm for 2 minutes. She's about to open. But you also got the futures markets, which usually open roughly about half an hour afterwards as well. So half an hour. Oh, charger. Need to charge my phone. Notice how price is just stalling at the 50-day now. You know, it's stalling at the 50-day. I'm going to get rid of this W formation here. Although it could be the bigger picture of things, you know, this is the smaller W. I'm going to keep it in play. I've got a feeling that it's going to want to retest this area again. But unless there's actual massive strength behind it, I'm going to change the print of this, make it into one of those, change the color, make it to red. Okay, just for the purpose of this, so that we can take a picture of it and we can reflect on it at a later point and talk about what it actually did in that area. Okay, what we got here? Daniel James. What typical effect does Hong Kong market have open on altcoins? It's an influx of liquidity, my friend. Right, watch what happens now. Everybody watch the screen. Watch what happens when Hong Kong opens. It's just influx of orders. It's a new market makers, new trends, new intentions, new goals. You know, just look what it does. It's going to respect the 50, pull back. Why is the 50 days so important? By that I mean the significance 50 days as opposed to 30, 40. 50 days is the nominal average that 80-90% of all institutions, banks, and everyone use as an average. Okay, they use the 50-day moving average as a barometer of, you know, where price is going in terms of trends. You know, so it's like the nominal value. The 50-day and the 200-day is what the banks use. Well, look, yeah, it varies, but increase in volume, it just adds. Well, it just adds to the pot, you know. It just adds to the pot. Nothing will compare the volume of London and the US. There's no comparison, you know. Eric, Crypto of Mosberg, I'm on Facebook, wicked. Yeah, man, this is what I want to see. I want to see, you know, connections, guys, helping each other, man. That's what it's all about, man. Get myself a drink. All right, see now Hong Kong is now pulling away from the 50. We could be starting the final leg of the W pattern. So you had a mini W there, okay? But we'll see how this plays out. You sold at 30. So you went short at 1366. Happy days. You got yourself 10 points as such. Okay. Manage your trade, man. Manage your expectations. Keep your risk to a minimal. Manage your expectations. Daniel. No, it's all right. You can keep asking the questions, bro. Don't hesitate. One more. Why is your ticker? Why is my ticker on Femex? Ether price 5 points different. Yeah, dude, it's IC markets. They have different spreads. You know, each exchange is different. Yeah, it's different exchanges, man. I don't know what the exchange where IC markets gets their feed from, but you know, it's I mean, look at the spread in the first instance. Just look at the size of the spread. You know, I wouldn't be trading anything like that, you know. That's why when trading Ethereum, you know, I'm buying it from an exchange, not from a platform as such. I'm buying it from like crypto.com or Coinbase and hoping that, you know, I can do it like that. Yeah, Spencer, I know, man, people get pissed off and I don't understand that. When 90% of the people in their channels, you know, they are new people, they're new to trading. Why would they discourage them, you know? Because if you want to talk professionally about cryptocurrency, all right, it's really, it's, you know, go somewhere else. Go and hold a talk somewhere, you know? Like, you know, I don't fucking know. It's just people different, man. People are special. What is the red MA value? The red moving up, that's a 5, sorry, that's a 13 EMA. Yeah, it's the 13 EMA. Red one is the 13 EMA. 13. Right, just looking through the comments. Yeah, we all start with new questions, man. Like, never hesitate to ask a question, bro. Because if no one's asking questions, I'll be sat here silent, talking shit to myself, man. You know, that's the whole point. All right, what is Hong Kong doing? So we're above 200 EMA, which is the white line. All right, and the signal lines, which is the yellow EMA, which is the 5 EMA, and the 13 EMA, have crossed. We ideally want to see, for longs, we want to see those two cross. I'm going to go to the hour and see if they've crossed on the hour. Here you go. You want, look at that. You ideally want price to cross on, you want these two EMAs to cross over on the hourly. Okay, so this candle is going to be the confirmation candle, okay, on what Ethereum does next, okay, on the hourly, okay? Here we go. What's he trying to do? He's getting busy, boys. He's getting busy. It's automatic, my friend. Telmo, it's automatic. It draws those automatic, takes the range from the previous session. What's going on here, man? This is not courage or commendable. It's seriously ignorance. What's going on? I just don't do that at all. You will not get rich short term in this game, bro. Get rich. What am I missing here, man? What am I missing? What's going on? Ushman, what's going on? Man, I just figured out leverage trading. Kind of missed the ship. I need that up and down small stuff. Should I sell at 1360 and buy it low? Sit tight for a minute, guys. Wait, because Hong Kong's going to push price down. We might see a test back to the M1, which would be consistent with our W pattern. Shorty's still in the room. Cody, what's happening? Here we go. What's happening? What do you think we are on peak so I can put my alarm and go to sleep? Dang, stop loss sold again, but at least it wasn't much of a loss. What's good, shorty? Right, vibes. I don't know if you were saying hello to me there, shorty. Vibes, what do you think we are on a peak so I can put on my alarm and go to sleep? Yeah, if anyone wants to go to sleep, I ain't keeping you up, man. I'm the insomniac here, man. You know? Right. Okay, look. Peak right now. I'm still happy with this peak formation right here. Okay. But for me to be convicting that we're going to continue to the upside, we want a retest of this previous area here, which, from my understanding, we could be doing with this candle here. All right. So they've had a stop hunt rise, they'll pull back, regulate, and then hopefully retest to the high. So make guys believe that see what's happening now, guys, is Ethereum player market makers are making traders believe that we have rejected the 50-day and it's the first touch to the 50-day and it's going to pull back down. What could happen, okay, is the following. It could actually retest the 50-day and it could pull all the way back down and try and break the 800 EMA. Okay, that is still plausible. Just because we're drawing lines here, guys, doesn't mean they're going to get respected. You know, it's all how it plays out. All right, we've effectively pulled back to the 50-day once. All right, this is the first pullback. Are we going to see another pullback? Are we going to see this pattern here? Pull back down, back up, trend v trend, you know? So it all varies. Could this happen? But then could we see another snap back to the upside? Who knows? That's what I mean, guys. We have to, in cryptocurrency, it's just different. You know, Forex, it respects certain levels. You know, you can expect certain things in levels because certain cycles come into play in Forex. You know? So we'll just see how it plays out. What's going on, Ryan? How you doing, bro? Nikesh, I do post on Twitter. Yeah, I've got a Twitter handle. You just go into one of my other videos in the breaking down the pairs series. Just go into one of the videos and you'll see in the description it will have a list of the links. Yo, Paul, have a good evening, man. No worries, my friend. Ubule times two. Okay, winning some money thanks to you. All right, wicked. Nah, you're still winning, bro. You're still winning. The schmo. We all start some of our friends. And it's a good skill. Make some good luck games. You trade. Wicked, man. Loving the positivity in here, guys. Pucker this is. What will happen if it breaks the yellow bottom line? Right. Nothing in particular, my friend. The yellow bottom line is effectively yesterday's no, a couple of days previous low, okay? But the yellow line is the 800 EMA, all right? That's the area down there. We want it to try and stay as much as, we need it to stay in this area for as long as it can, because if it stays in this area, they would have attained the liquidity they need to send price back up. So we'll see what happens. I'm just going to form my W there. There you go. I'm originally from Cyprus, but I live in the UK now. Originally from London. When are you closing your short? This is certainly not an idea to be scalping. I saw about 50% of my holdings and took profit trying to determine next entry, but sounds like 12. Yeah, Brian, you hit the nail on the head, man. Scalping is just treachery conditions. If you want to scalp, guys, go to Forex. That's exactly what, you know, this is where I started my trading career, on scalping. It's all in the Forex pairs because there's regulation. Believe it or not, there is regulation in the Forex market in terms of how far price can go. You know, cryptocurrency is new, man. You know, institutions are slowly stepping into the game. Look at the price fluctuations in Ethereum. It's unbelievable. You know, scalping is just crazy right now. You know, Greek, man, Greek, Cypriot, Leo, Greek, Cypriot, man, Cypriot, all Greek, Cypriot, southern part of Cyprus, man. Yeah, guys, look, we're not giving financial advice here. We're speculating off each other's ideas. You know, if you're gonna place any trades, guys, right, just you don't have to be a professional to proclaim this, but you know, just trade well. You know, don't risk too much money. Stay in the game. You know, learn from every trade that you place. You know? Yeah, wicked. Brian, thank you very much, my friend. Um, Hugo, I use IC markets because their spread is literally nothing. All right, pay commission on entries, but you know, there's no spread for me. Yeah, there you go. You know, you guys, you can't be in the market, you know. Put down money so you can then say to yourself, look, if you can go to sleep, if you can put a trade right now and go to sleep and not give two shits what happens to it, then you know you haven't risked too much money. Just remember that. If you can sleep while the trade is on, you know you're not risking too much. Hmm. They do say a prayer. I've known guys that have taken laptops to churches, bro, and placed the trade. That's crazy. That's disrespecting God right there, man. Exactly. It's hovering in between the 50 and the 200 day. Look at how it spiked down and came back up. What's that saying to you? It's saying to you that they're trying to induce the shorts, man. They're trying to get the shorts filled in. This is true, yo, boy, Steve. This is true. Crypto wealth. I mean, look, it's up to 50 stuff out. Orders that thing. Sure. This is true. I don't use a stop. I only have a stop purely for convenience. It's one of them. Look, guys, we are in probably the biggest financial evolution that's happening. You know, we're in a great time. We are alive at a fantastic time, you know, and everyone's new to this financial revolution, you know. There's never, you can't get in late because it's just continuously changing. Evolution is changing. It's changing the way we operate, you know. You can never get in late. Mr. Bud, thank you very much, my man. See the 20 EMA. I mean, I've got the 25 weighted EMA on the chart. Yeah, I mean, we've effectively near enough tested the 25 weighted EMA. This is it. We all listen. We always could all be wrong. You know, remember that this is uncertainty, guys. There's nothing guaranteed. You know, the market will do whatever it wants to do. Just remember that. You know. Leonard, optimism at its greatest. We are hitting 1500. You know what? 1500 is a big shout, my friend. Like, that's like, how much is that? 1500. Well, that would effectively be, that would be way out of its daily range. That will be way out of its daily range. You know, notice the range daily high. It starts, it finishes there. You know, so we could actually see, if anything, 1464 again. We could see that. Slump Cactus, how you doing? We could hope. Hope is dangerous, man. You know. The Schmo, what are your thoughts on the new Ethereum upgrade? Speaking of burning Ethereum. Very true, yeah. It's like they're trying, because there's no supply of it, they're going to try and do something. I mean, it's what I mean. It's such a complex thing. Me, I just look at the price, where we at, and let's trade. You know, any small cap coins you like? Scott Cloud, small cap coins, Stellar, not small cap. Sorry. Um. Oh God, small cap coins. I was holding XYO tokens. You know, I had about a million XYO tokens, which works out to be about 700 quid. You know, it sounds great holding a million XYO tokens. So then I was like, oh God, this pair's just getting battered. The CEO put out a letter saying that he's struggling, you know, and everything's a mess for him. And I don't understand why there are guys that still think that that's going to go up. But, you know, the weird thing is you can now go buy a million, you know, a million XYO tokens for like 400 or 500 quid now. You know, so you won't miss the boat as such. Literally. Nikesh, you trade a Norwegian site without stop loss function for its lost fees. API REST. I mean, now you're just talking. I don't know what that is. Trees, Megitis, Mice, Megitis. Sorry if I'm not saying it correctly. Hmm. So, buy now. I mean, don't be buying now, guys. If you're gonna buy for the if you're gonna buy for long term, then yeah, you know, go and purchase some Ethereum if you're holding for the long term, because you're never gonna find the right price to enter long term. Got 50,000 Dodge just hanging around, wicked. Someone is burning, I can smell it. All right, guys, listen. Another 10 more minutes and I'm gonna end the stream. But I just want to thank you guys so much for your contribution. All right, we'll be back again tomorrow night, same routine, 9:30, 10 o'clock. We'll run the same story again, guys. But I just want to thank everyone that's come by, you've joined the Discord and you've subscribed. Thank you so much for that. All right, and I just hope again that we've managed to establish value. Shout out to Crypto Wealth 79, who's been giving everyone the right advice and helping everyone and answering the questions. So thank you so much, man. No worries, Erica. No worries, Nikesh. Thank you so much. Yeah, hands up. Thank you. No worries. Wicked. Thank you so much, Mo. I know, man. Loads of people have been subscribing. That's just awesome. Thank you so much for everyone that's subscribed. Much love. Zedoff. Thank you so much, man. And if tomorrow when we do yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, man. Don't worry about that. Tomorrow's stream in the morning will be from about 8:30, 9:30. There may be interruptions with it, guys, so I'm apologizing now. Because I don't want you thinking I'm cutting off the stream out, randomly like that. But, if it does cut off, just bear with me. I'll try and start it up again. All right. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, see us in the AM. We will have a great night, man. My bed is calling me. My bed does deserve a little bit of love, man. I've neglected it for too many hours, man. Do I sleep, man? My days. But look, just before we do go, guys, the projection right now, we're waiting for Ethereum to pull back and test this area down here. All right. We still want to see behavior down here to be consistent with the principle of them inducing the shorts, taking out the stops, and then inducing the shorts lower and then running for profit to the upside. Okay. But we will do an update tomorrow morning, my man. We'll see how it all works out. My time zone right now is 1:25 in the morning, and I've been awake since 5 o'clock yesterday morning. Yeah, I'm clocking some serious. I've nearly been awake, nearly 20 hours. So yeah. All right, guys, listen. I'm gonna kill it now, guys. Much love to you all. Thank you so much. Yeah, Critania, no worries. Thank you very much. Nah, man, look, ego, if you have an ego in trading, you are finished, you know? Nikesh, the prediction, it's not prediction, it's just understanding the price. Look, we've got an aggressive move to the downside here. Okay, it's vector moves. Look at those big candles. They're sucking traders in. All right, they've been selling off up here. All right, and they move it down here to induce traders, and then look what happens. Bang, they reverse. No worries, Crypto Wealth, man. Thank you so much. No worries, guys. Much love to you all. Good night. Sleep tight, guys. All right. And trade well. All right. Take it easy, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking the page as well, the stream, guys. Thank you so much.